Welcome to Union Point Sports Complex in Weymouth, Massachusetts, just south of Boston for this NCR Liberty Conference playoffs. A day of Liberty Conference playoffs. Yeah. Hey everybody, and welcome to Union Point Sports Complex in Weymouth, Massachusetts, just south of Boston for this NCR Liberty Conference Championship playoffs, I guess. I'm Matt McCarthy with Colby Marshall, Zach Lanning, and Dallen Stanford. Our quarterback is in the booth. Colby, we had a lot of stuff go on already today. Why don't you start us with AIC and Fairfield?
Yeah, it looked like we were going to have a barn burner in that game, Matt, but Fairfield won comfortably 32-17. They really dominated possession in the first half, used advantage of their kicking and field position, I should say, to really dominate. AIC did look dangerous when they had the ball, but really couldn't muster the opportunities to put it all together. Got the chance to talk to Patrick Macklin and Chrissy Avallo on AIC and Fairfield, respectively. They had some things to say at halftime.
Unfortunately, I don't think we're going to be able to go to those interviews right now. Colby, maybe we'll be able to bring them up later. But, Zach, we also had another match, UConn and Buffalo.
That's right, Matt. Unfortunately, your University of Buffalo squad fell to UConn 28-23 today. It's a beautiful day for rugby and very physical match from the whistle. You could tell that University of Buffalo had the advantage in the forward pack in terms of size and seniority. UConn starting 3 freshmen on their front row. But they played the field position game expertly today with a lot of great kicks for possession, and that's what really led to the victory for them at the end, UConn pulling it out. Yeah,
impossible for me to be impartial or on that one. It was just it was tough for Buffalo, but we've got a couple of things ahead of us now. We have our third place match between Syracuse and Fordham. Zach?
That's true, Matt. I think it should be a great match here for third place. Both squads had a great season. Syracuse 6-0 overall, Fordham at 4-2. But Fordham is really the story of from the get-go. After struggling in the season before COVID season canceled the rugby, they played a really great match. They played the competitors close, Iona and Northeastern both, and they rolled Syracuse. I expect that to happen again here today, Matt. A big Fordham win.
How about you, Colby?
Yeah, talking with a couple of people around the camp, they think that Syracuse is going to put up more of a fight in this game against Fordham. They got crushed 128-0 in the first game, so we'll see if they can make it more competitive.
I like Fordham to squeeze the juice out of the orange. Then we've got the big one, Northeastern versus Iona. And Colby, because you went to Iona, we're going to go to Zach first.
Great, yeah, Matt. I think this is going to be another great game. Both teams had great seasons so far. Talked to some coaches around the league today. They said whatever team could play their brand of rugby and their system to the best today is going to come out on top. I think the Indiana loss for Iona exposed a lot of their holes, and they made those changes and made the adjustments. I think they're getting hot at the exact right time. They're the best team out there. I think they win today.
All right, I don't think I need to add anything.
Thanks very much, Matt. Thanks, gentlemen. That's we're getting ready for kickoff here at the Liberty Cup third place clash here at Union Sports Complex, just south of Boston. On the left of your screen, Syracuse University, coached by Bob Wilson, and on the right, Fordham University in white, the Rams look to receive the first kickoff in this game. And we're underway for the 2021 Liberty Cup third place clash. This one able to bounce, comes into the hands beautifully of Syracuse. Early touch from them as they take possession through Jimmy Clements. They give away a penalty though.
Honestly, 80 minutes of composure. We played the same when we came out that first minute to the last minute against a very good AIC side, big squad, very athletic players, just making our one-on-one tackles and just playing our game plan. That's what we try to execute all year.
Defensive-wise, got top of the board.
Business goes downfield. Nice, excellent kick from him.
Defensive-wise, got move out more.
Halfway line, moving the attack.
Got more time.
University, the Rams.
Personally had in that day, big tackles. That's something that you need to be coming in and realize that, hey, like, we're going to have a lot of space to work with coming into this game.
That's kind of my job. I got to be able to make space. I had a couple good runs, but I didn't make space. Got to be able to kick more. I got to be able to do more for our team. Defense, I thought, a little lacking.
Their backs, dummy in. Midfield and floated up the top. Beautiful ball, early touches. Yeah, they go straight to the middle. Thompson with a couple of beautiful steps. Beats 2 defenders. Able to take play to the 22. Santiago Thompson has been electric with ball in hand early on. That's been the second penalty of this game. Decision time. Fordham University stepping back. Santiago Thompson and put it towards the sideline. What a break up early on from the fullbacks. solid with the line as well. Emma Tierney was the recipient of 9 goal. Chris Johnson hearing
He's on the mark.
for the first
He's
throw
on
of
the
the
mark.
game.
You need to step back.
Brilliant opportunity for the Rams. Again, they go to Tierney at the top. Morley set here. Opening exchange. Still for the line. There is the opening try. Awarded. It's the Rams that get first blood in this contest. And the big heavies get it done early on. Brilliant bit of work from them. Certainly come here to play. Their forwards were excellent. Their fullback really impressive so far. Santiago Thompson. There's also the team barber as well when he doubles up, and their forward pack just peeling around the fringes. An early 5-0 lead. Perfect conditions for rugby. You were down pitch side there and a little chilly, but not when you got the ball in hand and you're scoring tries.
It's perfect.
Yeah, so they did have a pretty solid, a lot of athletes on that back line. Was that a difficult challenge to deal with? How'd you guys, did you do anything special out of your game plan to combat that?
It was difficult, but we had to just trust the man to the left and right of us, which is what we did all year.
Great, yeah, you had a great season, 5-1, I believe. What do you take away from this year? Now a bowl victory at the end to cap it all off. What do you take away from the season?
Just the brotherhood. It makes that starting 15 out. And that's the thing. We got that connection. We trust that man to the left and right. He's going to make that pass, that tackle. And it's great to see.
Great, and now, anything to build on for next season out of this? What do you take into next year, Coach?
Well, what's really excellent is that we have
a bit low, though.
over 90 players, and 3 teams played today. We have our development team playing in White Plains, New York right now against their B and C team. So the way we build is we get people reps and we make sure rugby is played. So the way we structure training is we have 50 players who are constantly vying for that 23 jerseys, and it's just challenging, and it's accountability, and it's ownership, and it's integrity. And we constantly raise our standard regardless of the result. Every week that threshold and that platform continues to rise. So Chris and his classmates have laid a tremendous foundation for the next group. We hopefully have a wonderful group of recruits coming in, and Fairfield Rugby is going to only continue to go onward and upward from here.
Great. Now, did you guys play either Northeastern or Iona this year?
We actually played them both.
Okay, great.
We lost to both of them by 9.
Do well down that far side.
We always schedule, or try to schedule Iona as an exhibition to really measure us for what the season's going to look like.
Guys, let's make those releases clear, okay?
And it was a quality rugby game, and we lost by 9 points. And then we played a quality, classy Coach Eddie there, just runs like a professional system. And we were every step of the way. And unfortunately, somebody gave up the last minute try, and then the conversion was slotted, and that's how we lost by 9. We played recently the closest result other than Fordham last week. So, we really do use Iona and Northeastern, glad you brought that up, as our measuring sticks, because that's where we need to be.
Don't slide in.
So any coaching tips and tips for players going into that final of how to beat either side?
Well, I can say that, Iona comes into that game with a plethora of confidence and experience. They have a wonderful background.
Just looked up for a second there to Brandon Moore, so the Rams get the opportunity to counter-attack. He's looking at the back, in the left winger.
And Northeastern refuses to compromise their standing. So what it's really going to boil down to, in my opinion, is honestly who runs their system better and who is more disciplined. So penalty counts, when we were playing against Iona and Northeastern, our penalty counts were through the roof. And unfortunately, when you commit too many penalties against class teams, they punish you.
Chris, you haven't played against both. Any tips for the players in that match?
From the players' point of view, Northeastern just does not make mistakes and play consistently. Iona, however, has some great coaching, so I think it's going to be
Right, and we're going to see Fairfield in that match next year, guys?
Well, that's the goal. The goal this year was to make the playoffs.
Let's have that special in New York.
They have Coach Betty and all that classy program. So, credit to them. Just
They take possession, steal the lineup, a short line.
We said we want to
defend and strong carry as always.
Our opinion was AIC, and we're really grateful for the test. And it's a really great iron and fire to use to motivate us in the
Rodriguez
offseason.
and Thompson with a dummy. It opens up for Thompson. Yet again.
Yeah, the boys
Takes on a couple of players and gets a one-handed flick pass to the right-hand side. Sabelli is there.
All right, perfect.
Honestly, 80 minutes of football here. We played the same when we came out that first minute to the last minute against a very good AIC side of base squad. Very athletic players, just making our one-on-one tackles and playing our game plan until we try to execute on
I gotta be able to make space. I had a couple good runs, but I can make space. Gotta be able to kick more. I gotta be able to do more for our team. Defense, I thought I was a little lacking, but thought room to improve.
5-0. Syracuse trail.
Patrick McElwain.
To get out of their own 22. High kick to be taken here by Fordham University. They do well on that left-hand side. And now ranging up to their fly half. Lovely turn back to the inside.
Playing advantage.
Yellow peanut. It's been excellent. Ball just floats forward and it was Andrew White that attacked the line of fly. Very good fly.
Guys, happier with that one? I still need stability there, okay? Far beyond.
Fine. You know what a player he is, the inside centre. Golden Bottom Connor. They bring their Penn State University.
Keep your space, okay?
He certainly spotted some big heavies packed down. Talks about the rock on something.
Fine.
That's right, the back line play. Haven't seen it right. We set things, I reckon. Just make sure the safety first. We'll have a couple of hospital classes here in the commentary booth. Liam Hanna, the hooker for Syracuse. Star Wars, more he says. Computer science major. Still possession near their own goal line. Syracuse. Last time it's scrum time, and this time they concede a penalty as well, so scrums are really not working.
Yeah, so they did have a pretty solid, a lot of athletes on that back line. So that's a difficult challenge to deal with. How do you guys, what was you do anything special on your game plan to combat that?
It's difficult, but we have to just trust the man from left and right.
Great, yeah, you had a great season, 5-1, I believe. What do you take away from this year? Now a full victory at the end to cap it all off. What do you take away from this season?
It's great to see.
Great, and now, anything to build on for next season out of this? What do you take into next year, Coach?
Well, what's really excellent is that we have a club of over 90 players, and 3 teams played today. We have our development team playing in White Plains, New York right now against their B and C team. So the way we build is we get people reps and we make sure rugby is played. So the way we structure
for the line, again it's there. Has got the ball down.
For that 23, those 23 jerseys.
Goal line dropout is the call, one of those new laws as well.
Accountability and it's ownership and it's integrity. And we constantly raise our standard each week, regardless of the result.
I see what Woodruff is trying to do. They're trying to say, you've done well defensively. Here's a replay. Take a look at it.
Chris and his classmates have laid a tremendous
I
foundation.
do like that the defensive team can clear their line.
Next group,
So that is a nice way. It does give a nice attack number 2. So we see how the variation goes. Big, strong fend there.
Great. Now, did you guys play either Northeastern or Iona this year? I didn't get a chance to.
So we actually played them both.
Okay, great.
And we lost to both of them by 9. We always schedule, we're trying to schedule Iona as an exhibition to really measure us for what the season's going to look like. And we played them in monsoon.
The Rams, they will get a chance to attack yet again. They go back at the top of the step.
And then we walk
his options, throws one down, he gets the fend working. Oh, and they move the ball around the corner. It's almost pinched and stays with the Rams.
We were with
busy halfback.
All right. And then unfortunately, 78th minute, last minute try, and that conversion was slotted, and that's how you lost by 9. We played Northeastern, their closest result other than Fordham last week. So, we really do use Iona.
Then picks up, racing away here. It's play on. This is brilliant stuff. Syracuse University going for the corner. The speed merchant is there.
Into that final of how to beat either side.
Isaac Lahai
Iona
has surprised everybody.
With a plethora of confidence and experience.
Syracuse University.
They have a wonderful background and they have a lot of wonderful lineage of rugby tradition. At the same time, Northeastern is quality and making adjustments to the game. And Northeastern refuses to compromise their style. So what it's really going to boil down to, in my opinion, is honestly who runs their system better and who is more disciplined. So penalty counts. I mean, when we were playing against Iona and Northeastern, our penalty counts were through the roof. And unfortunately, when you commit too many penalties against class teams, they punish you.
Chris, I haven't played against both. Any tips for the players in that match?
From the players' point of view, Northeastern just does not make mistakes. They play consistent 80. Iona, however, has some really good skilled guys and some great coaching, so I think it's going to be a really good matchup.
Right, and we're going to see Fairfield in that match next year, you guys?
Well, that's the goal. The goal this year was to make the playoffs, and we missed that by a point differential. And credit to Fordham, they have Coach Petty and Director Giraldi have a classy program. So credit to them. We just missed out on the point differential. So what's really exciting is we could have hung our heads and we could have looked at this weekend as a throwaway. But instead of doing that, we said we want to play the best team here, which in our opinion was AIC, and we're really grateful for the test. And it's a really great iron in the fire to use to motivate us in the off season and prepare for spring and then next fall.
Anything to add to that?
Yeah, the boys just love playing rugby. Just want to come out here, have some fun. It's a really big side, and as always, it's great to see.
You're perfect.
Downfield.
Honestly, 80 minutes of being hungry. We played the same when we came out that first minute to the last minute. Very good side, big squad.
The little man down, he's full of running, avoids the referee as well.
Playing our game plan, which is what we try to execute all year.
A bit high over the top in the touch.
You got to talk more, be better offensively too. Defense-wise, got to move out more, got to play better structure-wise. So got more talking on our part.
Now you personally had a pretty nice day, a couple nice runs, big tackles. Was that something that you wanted to do coming in? Did you realize that you're going to have a lot of space to work with coming in?
It's kind of my job. I got to be able to make space. I had a couple good runs, but I can make space. Got to be able to kick more. I got to be able to do more for our team. Defense, I thought I was a little lacking, but thought I was room to improve. So.
Awesome. And what was your name?
Patrick Macklin.
All right. Thank you.
It's the pinch there. Exactly what they wanted for the Rams and Captain Miranda. They go through their forwards. Victor Castleman. White threw it back on the inside, just floated forward. Strong defense in the end after losing a lineup from Syracuse.
And our second forward pass of the half?
Well, you threw one earlier, so does that count?
I don't pass. So you're going to have to come up with a different definition.
That's true.
Maddie don't pass.
Ball run, or kick. Now, this is a well-balanced scrum. If they can get possession out, 3 backs. Well, above your screen and the rest lurking on this narrow side close to us. Dunkel does get it at the back. It's a better platform to attack with as they look to drift on the outside.
That's flat, that's flat.
Flicked out. Lahai is there as well, the try scorer. We know he's got tremendous speed out wide. Forwards now piling in. Johan, the flower of the economics major. Waits as the forwards again go to work. Good strong carry this time. Up front from Warren Kincaid. And then been pinched. The Rams now. Miranda with a little dummy. Taken up by his opposite number. White is there to support him. Quick ball, they come yet again through Castleman. The Lee is there with him as well. Griffonetti waits with the hair, but it's been pinched the other way. Syracuse have this one now. It's back and forth stuff. Bit of ping pong between these two sides. And the penalty eventually comes to the Orange.
Yeah, so they did have a pretty solid, a lot of athletes on that back line. Was that a difficult challenge to deal with? How'd you guys, what would you do anything special out of your game plan to combat that?
It was difficult, but we had to just trust the man to the left and right of us, which is what we did all year.
Great, yeah, you had a great season, 5-1, I believe. What do you take away from this year? Now a bold victory at the end to cap it all off. What do you take away from this season?
Just a brotherhood. It makes that starting 15 out there. When that's a family, you got that chemistry. You can trust that man to the left and right that he's going to make that pass, that tackle. It's great to see.
Great, and now, anything to build on for next season out of this? What do you take into next year, Coach?
Big score last time these two sides met.
What's really excellent is that we have a club of over 90 players, and 3 teams played today. We have our development team playing in White Plains, New York right now against their B and C team. So the way we build is we get people reps and we make sure rugby is played. So the way we structure training is we have a pool of 40 players who are constantly vying for those 23 jerseys, and it's just challenging, and it's accountability, and it's ownership, and it's integrity, and we constantly raise our standard each week, regardless of the result. Every week that threshold and that platform continues to increase. So Chris and his classmates have laid a tremendous foundation for the next group. We hopefully have a wonderful group of recruits coming in, and Fairfield Rugby is going to continue to go onward and upward from here.
Great. Now, did you guys play either Northeastern or Iona this year? I didn't get a chance to.
So we actually played them both.
Okay, great.
And we lost to both of them by 9. 2 tough losses. We always schedule or try to schedule Iona as an exhibition to really measure us for what the season's going to look like. And we played them in a monsoon, and it was a quality rugby game, and we lost them by 9 points. And then we played a quality, classy, Coach Eddie there just runs a professional system, and we were with them every step of the way. And then unfortunately in the 70th minute we gave up a last minute try, and then the conversion was slotted, and that's how you lost by 9. We played Northeastern with their closest result other than Fordham last week, so we really do use Iona and Northeastern, I'm glad you brought that up, as our measuring sticks, because that's where we need to be.
Territory as well.
So any coaching tips and tips for players going into that final of how to beat either side?
Well, I can say that Iona comes into that game with a plethora of confidence and experience. They have a wonderful background, and they have a wonderful lineage of rugby tradition. At the same time, Northeastern is quality at making adjustments mid-game, and Northeastern refuses to compromise their standard. So what it's really going to boil down to, in my opinion, is honestly who runs their system better and who is more disciplined. So penalty counts. I mean, when we were playing against Iona and Northeastern, our penalty counts were through the roof. And unfortunately, when you commit too many penalties against class teams, they punish you.
Chris, I haven't played against both. Any tips for the players in that match?
Thompson is there. Quick little hands to CJ.
Slap down. Iona, however, has some really good skilled guys and some great coaching, so I think it's going to be a really good matchup.
Right, and we're going to see Fairfield in that match next year, you guys predict?
Well, that's the goal. The goal this year was to make the playoffs, and we missed that by a point differential. And credit to Fordham, they have Coach Fetty and Director Giraldi have a classy program. So credit to them. We just missed out on the point differential. So what's really exciting is we could have hung our heads and we could have looked at this weekend as a throwaway, but instead of doing that, we said we want to play the best team here, which in our opinion was AIC, and we're really grateful for the test. And it's a really great iron in the fire to use to motivate us in the off season and prepare for the spring and then next fall.
Anything to add to that?
Yeah, I mean, the boys just love playing rugby. We want to come out here, have some fun. It's a really good big side, and I thought we did that today, which was great to see.
Chris Johnson.
Honestly,
has another brilliant opportunity for his side to drive this one in.
Very good AIC side, a big squad, very athletic players, just making our one-on-one tackles and playing our game plan, which is what we try to execute all year.
Defensive-wise, you got to talk
They've
more.
done well to defend this. They've been under tremendous pressure in this game. They've handled it well so far. But here come runners right now, busting straight free. Look at him go. That is a brilliant line and brilliant angle. And Ian Della Pina scores a fantastic try here for the Rams.
Was that something that you wanted to do coming in? Did you realize that, hey, like you're gonna have a lot of space to work with coming into the game?
That's kind of my job. I gotta be able to make space. I had a couple good runs, but I can make space. Gotta be able to kick more. I gotta be able to do more for our team. Defense, I thought I was a little lacking, but thought was room to improve. So
awesome. And what was your name?
Patrick Macklin.
All right. Thank you.
Ian Della Pina, 2019 international school sports champion in London, England. He brings that experience here to the US in a stunning line, almost as beautiful as the man bun on Santi Thompson's head. Chips this one over, and it's 12-5.
Absolutely no problem for the left-footed kicker. Were you a left or a right-footed kicker?
Right-footed kicker. I practice with my left. Use it on during a real game though. Wasn't that skilled.
This is very bad.
No. Also, I also like to keep ball in hand. That's why sevens was a bit more my style. But the Rams have done really well with the way that they've handled possession. Syracuse must be congratulated too. They've made a tremendous amount of tackles in this game. Just trailed by one converted try. And they fly off Joe Ham. Off to Dubai to play in the sevens there with the under-19 North American Lions. Later this month, I'll see Joe Ham there and his teammates. They take part, which is part of the HSBC World Rugby 7 Series. 2 stops in Dubai to get things going. The US will have their women's side and men's side there competing as well. The Rams again work the short side. Thompson has a lot of space. He's been brilliant so far today. The man bun, steps one, still going. Thompson for the line. Yes, he's got this down. It is electric from the fullback. Santiago Thompson just shreds the defense.
Yeah, so they did have a pretty solid, a lot of athletes on that back line. Was that a difficult challenge to deal with? How'd you guys, what would you do anything special out of your game plan to combat that?
It was difficult, but we had to just trust the man to the left and right of us, which is what we did all year.
Great, yeah, you had a great season, 5-1, I believe. What do you take away from this year? Now, a bold victory at the end to cap it all off. What do you take away from the season?
3 defenders on him,
starting
just trying to get underneath that position. He was able to put it down.
You can trust that man to the left and right that he's going to make that pass, that tackle. It's great to see.
The best player on the field so far.
Great, and now, anything to build on for next season out of this? What do you take into next year, Coach?
Well, what's really excellent is that we have a club of over 90 players, and 3 teams played today. We have our development team playing in White Plains, New York right now against their B and C team. So the way we build is we get people reps and we make sure rugby is played. So the way we structure training is we have a pool of 40 players who are constantly vying for that 23 jerseys, and it's just challenging, and it's accountability, and it's ownership, and it's integrity, and we constantly raise our standard each week regardless of the result. Every week that threshold and that platform continues to increase. So Chris and his classmates have laid a tremendous foundation for the next group. We hopefully have a wonderful group of recruits coming in, and Fairfield Rugby is going to only continue to go onward and upward from here.
A brilliant breakout.
Great. Now, did you guys play either Northeastern or Iona this year? I didn't get a chance to.
So we actually played them both.
Okay, great.
And we lost to both of them by 9.
2 tough losses.
We always schedule, or try to schedule Iona as an exhibition to really measure us for what the season's going to look like. And we played them in a monsoon, and it was a quality rugby game, and we lost them by 9 points. And then we played a quality, classy, Coach Eddie there just runs a professional system. And we were with them every step of the way. And then unfortunately in the 70th minute we gave up a last minute try, and then the conversion was slotted, and that's how you lost by 9. We played Northeastern, their closest result other than Fordham last week. So we really do use Iona and Northeastern, I'm glad you brought that up, as our measuring sticks, because that's where we need to be.
So any coaching tips and tips for players going into that final of how to beat either side?
Well, I can say that, Iona comes into that game with a plethora of confidence and experience. They have a wonderful background, and they have a wonderful lineage of rugby tradition. At the same time, Northeastern is quality at making adjustments mid-game, and Northeastern refuses to compromise their standard. So what it's really going to boil down to, in my opinion, is honestly who runs their system better and who is more disciplined. So penalty counts. I mean, when we were playing against Iona and Northeastern, our penalty counts our penalty counts were through the roof. And unfortunately, when you commit too many penalties against class teams, they punish you.
And Chris, you haven't played against both any tips for the players in that match?
From a player's point of view, Northeastern just does not make mistakes, and they play consistent.
Now he gets possession.
Iona, however, has
the
some
link.
really
No
good
look,
skilled guys,
wraparound's
some great coaching,
fantastic.
so I think it's going to be a really good matchup.
As they look to attack on
And
that
we're
far
going to see
right-hand
Fairfield in
side.
that match next year, you guys?
Belly.
That's the goal. It was
him to operate.
the goal
So the
this year
recycle
was to
things
make
white.
the playoffs, and
Yeah,
we
first
missed
receiver.
that by a point
Jumped up there
differential.
by
Credit
Victor
to Fordham.
Kosselman.
They have Coach Fetty and Director
Big
Giraldi have a
contact
classy
again from
program.
Syracuse. They came flying up this time, trying to shut down the
credit
lanes
to
and
them.
pitch
We just missed
position
out
as
on the
well.
point differential.
Hands
So
in it,
what's
time.
really exciting is we could have hung our heads and we could have looked at this weekend as a throwaway, but instead of doing that, we said we want to play the best team here, which in our opinion was AIC, and we're really grateful for the test. And it's a really great iron in the fire to use to motivate us in the off season and prepare for the spring and then next the fall.
Anything to add to that?
Yeah, I mean, the boys just love playing rugby. We want to come out here, have some fun against a really good big side, and I thought we did that today, which was great to see.
All right, perfect.
Honestly, 80 minutes of control here. We played the same when we came out that first minute to the last minute against a very good AIC side, a big squad, very athletic players, just making our one-on-one tackles and playing our game plan, which is what we try to execute all year.
International players
Defensive
come to
wise,
training.
you got to talk more.
I wish I had that when I was younger.
Better offensively too. Defensive wise, you got to move out more. Got to play better structure wise. So you got more talking.
Dancing on the ice and
you
TV show coming up soon.
personally had
Here come the Rams yet
pretty nice
again.
day, couple nice runs,
Their live
big
wire
tackles.
Franca, Miranda, the captain, to the right-hand side
That's
now. They
something
loop
that you
around.
wanted to do coming
Thompson
in.
leaves
You
that one
realize that,
behind.
hey, like, you're going to have a lot of space to work with coming into this game.
That's kind of my job. I got to be able to make space. I had a couple good runs, but I can make space. Got to be able to kick more. I got to be able to do more for our team. Defense, I thought I was a little lacking, but thought was room to improve. So
Awesome. And what was your name?
Patrick Macklin.
All right.
Thank
Awesome.
Well, I think they're going to listen to Ben Foden and not to you, is what I'm going to say.
Good. It's probably a better choice.
I had a chance to work with Ben at the All Blacks game and when they took on the US Eagles, and just a great character and brilliant that he's giving back to the game. He's really excited to be involved on the coaching side of things.
Keep that gap, Syracuse.
His body's taken a few hits over the years. Has Ben Foden. Here comes his side now. Fordham University, the Rams, up 19-5. Pinched by Syracuse. They do really well. Very combative at the breakdowns as well. This one hoofed by Ham towards the touchline. It's a better kick. It goes out, but they go quickly to Fordham. Thompson finds his outside centre Stack. Puts a little kick over the top for himself. Bounces back to Syracuse's hands, and here they come with John Frega, known as Fabio.
Penalty
Speaks 4
advantage.
different languages. Says Fabio.
High tackle. Back 10. It was incidental, but the arm came across the face.
The referee explaining things came across the face. Can't do that.
Just don't touch the hair, says Fabio.
Knock 3 soccer players down for 20 minutes. All right, so that was the kick into touch. You know, the one thing that you notice about the college game is the touch judges have really stepped it up a notch in terms of fitness and hairstyles. That's just one of my observations.
Never a dull moment here with Matt McCarthy in the booth. I'm Dallen Stanford. Thanks for joining us wherever you are for this Liberty Cup third place clash here at Union Point Stadium, just south of Boston.
Yeah, so they did have a pretty solid, a lot of athletes on that back line. Was that a difficult challenge to deal with? How'd you guys, did you do anything special out of your game plan to combat that?
It was difficult, but we had to just trust the man to the left and right of us, which is what we did all year.
Right, yeah, you had a great season, 5-1, I believe. What do you take away from this year? Now a bold victory at the end to cap it all off. What do you take away from this season?
Just a brotherhood. It makes that starting 15 out there. When that's a family, you got that chemistry. You can trust that man to the left and right that he's going to make that pass, that tackle. It's great to see.
Great, and now, anything to build on for next season out of this? What do you take into next year, Coach?
Well, what's really excellent is that we have a club of over 90 players, and 3 teams played today. We have our development team playing in White Plains, New York right now against their B and C team. So the way we build is we get people reps and we make sure rugby is played. So the way we structure training is we have a pool of 40 players who are constantly vying for those 23 jerseys, and it's just challenging, and it's accountability, and it's ownership, and it's integrity, and we constantly raise our standard each week, regardless regardless of the result, every week that threshold and that platform continues to increase. So
they come back
Chris
against
and
the
his
grain.
classmates have laid a tremendous foundation for the next group. We hopefully have a wonderful group of recruits coming in, and Fairfield Rugby is going to continue to onward and upward from here.
Great. Now, do you guys play either Northeastern or Iona this year? I didn't
Thompson, a bit of
So
space.
we
Thompson
played them
again. He'll
both.
have the little goose step and cut back in. It's a double for Santi Thompson and the dive. 10 out of 10.
We're trying to schedule Iona as an exhibition to really measure us for what the season's going to look like. And we played them in a monsoon, and it was a quality rugby game, and we lost them by 9 points. And then we played a quality, classy. Coach Eddie there just runs a professional system.
White just drawn
And,
two players in,
we were
frees up.
with them
Santi
every step
Thompson.
of the
He
way.
knew he wasn't going to
And
pass.
then,
He just showed his players on the
78th minute,
outside
we
and
gave
said,
up
see you
last
later,
minute
keep the
try,
change.
and
I'm
then
going
the
in for a
conversion
double.
was slotted, and that's how you lost by 9. We played Northeastern to their closest result other than Fordham last week. So, we really do use Iona and Northeastern, I'm glad you brought that up, as our measuring sticks, because that's where we need to be.
4 tries in the first
any
half.
coaching tips and tips for players going into that final, how to beat either side?
Well, I can say that, Iona comes into that game with a plethora of confidence and experience. They have a wonderful background, and they have a wonderful lineage of rugby tradition. At the same time, Northeastern is quality at making adjustments mid-game, and Northeastern refuses to compromise their standard. So what it's really going to boil down to, in my opinion, is honestly who runs their system better and who is more disciplined. So penalty counts. I mean, when we were playing against Iona and Northeastern, our penalty counts were through the roof. And unfortunately, when you commit too many penalties against class teams, they punish you.
And Chris, I haven't played against both. Any tips for the players in that match?
From a player's point of view, Northeastern just does not make mistakes, and they play a consistent 80. Iona, however, has some really good skilled guys and some great coaching, so I think it's going to be a really good matchup.
Right, and we're going to see Fairfield in that match next year, you guys predict?
Well, that's the goal. It was the goal this year was to make the playoffs, and we missed that by a point differential. And credit to Fordham, they have Coach Fetty and Director Giraldi have a classy program. So credit to them. We just missed out on the point differential. So what's really exciting is we could have hung our heads and we could have looked at this weekend as a throwaway, but instead of doing that, we said we want to play the best team here, which in our opinion was AIC, and we're really grateful for the test. And it's a really great iron and fire to use to motivate us in the off season and prepare for spring and then next fall.
Everywhere on the field.
Anything to add to that?
Yeah, I mean, the boys just love playing rugby. We want to come out here, have some fun,
cuts
and really
back
get
in.
a big side, and I thought we did that today, which was great to see.
All right, perfect.
Everything says Johnson.
Honestly, 80 minutes of composure. We played the same when we came out that first minute to the last minute. It's a very good AIC side, a big squad, very athletic players, just making our one-on-one tackles and playing our game plan, which is what we try to execute all year.
Defensive-wise, you got to talk more, be better offensively too. Defensive-wise, you got to move out more, got to play better structure-wise. So got more talking on our part.
Now you personally had a pretty nice day, a couple nice runs, big tackles. Was that something that you wanted to do coming in? Did you realize that, hey, you're going to have a lot of space to work with coming into this game?
That's kind of my job. I got to be able to make space. I had a couple good runs, but I can make space. Got to be able to kick more. I got to be able to do more for my team. Defense, I thought I was a little lacking, but I thought it was room to improve. So.
Awesome. And what was your name?
Patrick Macklin.
That was the right call by the referee. Turnover, and there's the lineup. I don't think that's pretty self-explanatory. Guy, he used Guy there, didn't he?
He was. Dunks, gets them away. Ham with a lovely big dummy. Strap the middle. Joe Ham doing well initially. And then onto that one was Ryan McKieran, known as Mitch McConnell, his teammates call him.
It was 4. It was a good meter forward, guys.
Turtle.
Hey, watch that thing on.
Most of you smell terrible, but somebody's got gum and it smells nice.
I was going to say, I thought you brushed your teeth or something before.
Syracuse looking to close out this
you
half.
keep your space unbind, okay? You're coming too far in.
Pick number 8, Jack Oberland.
Crouch!
He runs the social media pages
Bind.
for the Syracuse University side. Very busy in broadcast and digital journalism.
Watch out.
Your head is already in. Get the shoulder out to keep yourself square, okay?
Obi's on the loose, the 19-year-old. He packs up at the back there.
Crouch! Bind!
Looking to clear their lines.
Set.
Private Jesuit Research University in New York City, established in 1841. The Rams pick at the back, and here they go with their big number 8, Rodriguez.
Release.
Tackle slightly high, it's still available. Castleman lends his
Bind in.
height.
Bind in if you're going to be there.
Give Moores an opportunity to go to Thompson, who does kick it downfield this time.
Oh, unlucky Dallen.
Quick is off.
Been there many a time.
Yeah, so they did have a pretty solid, a lot of athletes on that back line. Was that a difficult challenge to deal with? How'd you guys, did you do anything special out of your game plan to combat that?
It was difficult, but we had to just trust the man to the left and right of us, which is what we did all year.
Great, yeah, you had a great season, 5-1, I believe. What do you take away from this year? Now a bold victory at the end to cap it all off. What do you take away from the season?
Just a brotherhood. It makes that starting 15 out there. When that's a family, you got that chemistry. You can
There it
trust
is.
that man
Syracuse
to the
come
left
back
and
with
right.
it.
He's gonna make
Ham has it
that
right now.
tackle. It's great to see.
Great, and now, anything to build on for next season out of this? What do you take into next year, Coach?
What's really excellent is that we have a club of over 90 players, and 3 teams played today. We have our development team playing
Nothing.
playing
We got
New York
the clean
right
steal.
now against their BNC team. So the way we build is we get people reps and we make sure rugby is played. So the way we structure training is we have a pool of 40 players who are constantly vying for that 23 jerseys, and it's just challenging, and it's accountability, and it's ownership, and it's integrity. And we constantly raise our standard each week, regardless of the result. Every week that threshold and that platform continues to increase. So Chris and his classmates have laid a tremendous foundation for the next group. We hopefully have a wonderful group of recruits coming in, and Fairfield Rugby is going to only continue onward and upward from here.
Looking for a bit of space.
Great. Now, did you guys play either Northeastern or Iona this year? I didn't get a chance to.
So we actually played them both.
Okay, great.
And we lost to both of them by 9. 2 tough losses. We always schedule, we're trying to schedule Iona as an exhibition to really measure us for what the season's going to look like. And we played them in a monsoon, and it was a quality rugby game, and we lost them by 9 points. And then we played a quality, classy, Coach Eddie there just runs a professional system, and we were with them every step of the way. And then unfortunately in the 78th minute we gave up a last minute try, and then the conversion was slotted, and that's how you lost by 9. We played Northeastern to their closest result other than Fordham last week. So, we really do use Iona and Northeastern, I'm glad you brought that up, as our measuring sticks, because that's where we need to be.
So any coaching tips and tips for players going into that final of how to beat either side?
Well, I can say that Iona comes into that game
confident side
with
in Fordham
a plethora of
that have really
confidence and
settled into
experience.
their game here. I think
They have a wonderful
you see a side
background,
that
and
got a
they
little
have
rattled when they
wonderful
went down
lineage of rugby
14 and making some
tradition.
miscues in
At the
the
same
back
time,
line, their
Northeastern
handling.
is
They
quality
dropped a
at
couple
making
kicks.
adjustments
So
mid-game.
you hope to see them
And
come out in the second half
Northeastern
here and just kind of settle
refuses
things
to
down.
compromise their
Fordham really
standard.
hitting their groove.
So
They
what
could
it's
be
really
really
going to
dangerous.
boil
It
down
could
to,
be
in my
really
opinion,
tough second half for
is
Syracuse as well.
honestly who runs their system
said
better
right about that
and
tackle. Really
who
had
is
taken
more disciplined.
a firm
So
grip on
penalty
this game.
counts. I mean,
4 tries
when
in
we
the
were
first half.
playing against Iona and
Conceding
Northeastern,
a try from
our
high.
penalty counts were through the
Another
roof.
attacking
And
lineup.
unfortunately, when you commit too many penalties against class teams, they punish you.
And Chris, I haven't played against both. Any tips for the players in that match?
From a player's point of view, Northeastern just does not make mistakes, and they play consistent 80. Iona, however, has some really good skilled guys and some great coaching, so I think this is going to be a really good matchup.
Chris
Great, and we're going to see Fairfield in that match next year, you guys predict?
Well, that's the goal. It was the goal this year was to make the playoffs, and we missed that by a point differential. And credit to Fordham, they have a Coach Fetty and Director Giraldi have a classy program. So credit to them. We just missed out on the point differential. So what's really exciting is we could have hung our heads and we could have looked at this weekend as a throwaway, but instead of doing that, we said we want to play the best team here, which in our opinion was AIC, and we're really grateful for the test. And it's a really great iron in the fire to use to motivate us in the off season and prepare for the spring and then next the fall.
Anything to add to that?
Yeah, I mean, the boys just love playing rugby. We want to come out here and have some fun against a really good big side, and I thought we did that today, which was great to see.
All right, perfect.
Honestly, 80 minutes of composure. We played the same when we came out that first minute to the last minute against a very good AIC side, a big squad, very athletic players, just making our one-on-one tackles and playing our game plan. That's what we try to execute all year.
Defensive wise, you got to talk more, be better better offensively too. Here's why I just got to move out more.
Here comes
play better structure-wise.
Fordham University, the Rams. 5 out.
You personally had
He's out the back.
pretty nice day.
Johnson.
Runs, big tackles. Was that something that you wanted to do coming in? Did you realize that, hey, like, you're going to have a lot of space to work with coming into the game?
It's kind of my job. I got to be able to make space. I had a couple good runs, but I can make space. Got to be able to kick more. I got to be able to do more for our team. Defense, I thought I was a little lacking, but thought it was room to improve. So.
Awesome. And what was your name?
Patrick Macklin.
All right. Awesome.
3. Join from the back, move forward.
Maybe having a nice drive from Fordham, but
guys, time's off.
As it was obstruction.
Always very tough to tell when you have a rolling maul on the go.
Yeah.
Because the ball is allowed to be at the back, so there are players in front. That's what so difficult to defend. You can't pull it down either. Syracuse, though, get away with that one. Not straight, but it is pinched again by the Rams. Across to Delapina, leaves it behind, play to the whistle. Still available.
Unlucky. Are they out of gas from scoring so many tries?
Mike, right about here.
It was kind of strange because Ian Delapina, such a great play, he just carried on jogging off and was shaking his head in frustration, but the ball was still live, even if it went forward or backwards.
Play the whistle.
Last play, gentlemen.
Play the whistle. Wise advice from Dallen Stanford, ladies and gentlemen.
Final play of the first half here in the Liberty Cup third place clash at Union Point Stadium in Weymouth, Massachusetts. Halfway line scrum for Syracuse. They trail 24 points to 5. Mark Dunkel, the environmental engineer, flicks it to Ham, stabs it through.
All right, play an advantage.
Thompson is there.
Offside, white back line. Right about here, Diego. Yeah, right here. No, back 10, white.
Okay, so Fordham was offside. I think everybody was kind of wondering who was offsides exactly. Ham was confused. And, getting back to Ham, he's, as you said, he's playing for the U19.
Yeah, so they did have a lot of athletes on that back line. Was that a difficult challenge to deal with? How'd you guys, what did you do anything special out of your game plan to combat that?
It was difficult, but we had to just trust the man to left and right.
He's discovering rugby at such a young age.
Right, yeah, you had a great season, 5-1, I believe. What do you take away from this year? Now a bold victory at the end to cap it all off. What do you take away from this season?
Just the brotherhood. It makes that starting 15 out there. And that's a family. You got that chemistry. You can trust that man to left and right that he's going to make that pass, that tackle. And it's great to see.
Great, and now, anything to build on for next season out of this? What do you take into next year, Coach?
Well, what's really excellent is that we have a club of over 90 players, and 3 teams played today. We have our development team playing in White Plains, New York right now against their B and C team. So the way we build is we get people reps and we make sure rugby is played. So the way we structure training is
still
we have
to close out the first half. Here's the final play. They go to the front. Little plan, sneaky move.
23 jerseys, and it's just challenging, and it's accountability, and it's ownership, and it's integrity. And we constantly raise our standard each week, regardless of the result.
Short ball.
Every week, that threshold and that platform continues. So Chris and his classmates have laid a tremendous foundation for the next group. We hopefully have a wonderful group of recruits coming in, and Fairfield Rugby is going to only continue to go onward and upward from here.
Great. Now, did you guys play either Northeastern or Iona this year?
Yes, so we actually played them both.
Okay, great.
And we lost to both of them by 9. We always try to schedule Iona as an exhibition to really measure us for what the season's going to look like. And we played them in a monsoon, and it was a quality rugby game, and we lost them by 9
start
points.
with an injury
and
update.
then
Just
and then we played
John
quality,
was injured,
classy,
locked for Syracuse. It's an ankle injury. He's got it iced up.
And we were with them every step of the way. And then unfortunately in the 70th minute we gave up a last minute try, and then the conversion was slotted, and that's how you lost by 9.
Other than that, I think
we played Northeastern, their closest result other than Fordham last week. So we really do use Iona and Northeastern. I'm glad you brought that up as our measuring sticks, because that's
strong
where we need
defense,
to be.
Countering.
So any coaching
I
tips
think
and
they
tips for
had a
players
couple
going
unlucky
into that
breaks
final of how to
where,
beat either
they
side?
could have had a couple
Well,
jackals, a couple
I can
poaches
say
and
that,
rucks,
Iona comes into
they
that
had the
game
hands on the ball,
with
but
a
Fordham was
plethora
able
of
to clear them
confidence
out,
and experience.
and there weren't any penalties called.
They
but,
have a
you're going to have to see them, like I said,
wonderful
come out here in the
background, and
second
they have
half
a
and
lot
start
of
correcting
wonderful
some of those
lineage of
mistakes if
rugby
they want to get
tradition.
back into this game.
At the same time,
Thanks very much,
Northeastern
Zach.
is
Yeah, 24
quality
points
at
to
making
5.
adjustments mid-game,
Fordham,
and
full value for
Northeastern
their 4 tries
refuses to
they scored in that
compromise their
game.
standard. So what it's really going to boil down to, in my opinion, is honestly who runs their system better and who is more disciplined.
We're going to take a short break. Come back with second half action here at the Liberty Cup third place clash. It's 24-5. Fordham University.
Our penalty counts were through the roof, and unfortunately, when you commit too many penalties against class teams, they punish you.
And Chris, you haven't played against both. Any tips for the players in that match?
From a player's point of view, Northeastern just does not make mistakes and they play a consistent 80. Iona, however, has some really good skilled guys and some great coaching, so I think it's going to be a really good matchup.
Right, and we're going to see Fairfield in that match next year, you guys predict?
Well, that's the goal. It was the goal this year was to make the playoffs, and we missed that by a point differential. And credit to Fordham, they have Coach Fetty and Director Giraldi have a classy program. So credit to them. We just missed out on the point differential. So what's really exciting is we could have hung our heads and we could have looked at this weekend as a throwaway. But instead of doing that, we said we want to play the best team here, which in our opinion was AIC. And we're really grateful for the test. And it's a really great iron in the fire to use to motivate us in the off season and prepare for the spring and then next fall.
Anything to add to that?
Yeah, I mean, the boys just love playing rugby. We want to come out here, have some fun against a really good big side, and I thought we did that today, which was great to see.
All right, perfect.
Honestly, 80 minutes of composure. We played the same when we came out that first minute to the last minute against a very good AIC side, a big squad, very athletic players, just making our one-on-one tackles and playing our game plan, which is what we try to execute all year.
Defensive-wise, you got to talk more, be better offensively too. Defensive-wise, you got to move out more, got to play better structure-wise. So you got more talking on our part.
Now you personally had a pretty nice day, a couple nice runs, big tackles. Was that something that you wanted to do coming in? Did you realize that you're gonna have a lot of space to work with coming into this game?
It's kind of my job. I gotta be able to make space. I had a couple good runs, but I can make space. Gotta be able to kick more. I gotta be able to do more for our team. Defense, I thought I was a little lacking, but thought it was room to improve. So
awesome. And what was your name?
Patrick Macklin.
All right.
Thank
awesome.
you.
Welcome back here to Union Point Stadium. Just south
Yeah,
of
so they did
Boston.
have a pretty solid, a lot of athletes on that back line. Was that a difficult challenge to deal with? How'd you guys, what would you do anything special out of your game plan to combat that?
It was difficult, but we had to just trust the man from left
The Rams on the left.
what we did all
They're
year.
up 24 points to
Right,
5.
yeah, you had a great season, 5-1, I believe. What do you take away from this year? Now a bold victory at the end to cap it all off. What do you take away from this season?
Just a brotherhood. It makes that starting 15 out there. When that's a family, you got that chemistry.
Early
You
on
trust
when
that
they
man to
raced
the left
through,
and right that he's going to make that
Isaac,
pass.
the
that
highest
tackle.
try, was
It's great great to see.
Fantastic effort from them.
Great, and now, anything to build on for next season out of this? What do you take into next year, Coach?
Well, what's really excellent is that we have a club of over 90 players, and 3 teams played today. We have our development team playing in White Plains, New York right now against their B and C team. So the way we build is we get people reps and we make sure rugby is played. So the way we structure training is we have a pool of 40 players who are constantly vying for that 23 jerseys, and it's just challenging, and it's accountability, and it's ownership, and it's integrity, and we constantly raise our standard each week, regardless of the result. Every week that threshold and that platform continues to increase.
Get out of there quicker,
so
White.
Chris and his classmates have laid a tremendous foundation for the next group. We hopefully have a wonderful group of recruits coming in, and Fairfield Rugby is going to only continue to go onward and upward from here.
Great. Now, do you guys play either Northeastern or Iona this year?
So we actually played them both.
Okay, great.
And we lost to both of them by 9.
2 tough losses.
We always schedule or try to schedule Iona as an exhibition to really measure us for what the season's going to look like. And we played them in a monsoon, and it was a quality rugby game, and we lost them by 9 points. And then we played a quality, classy. Coach Eddie there just runs a professional system, and we were with them every step of the way. And then unfortunately in the 78th minute we gave up a last minute try, and then the conversion was slotted, and that's how you lost by 9. We played Northeastern to their closest result other than Fordham last week. So, we really do use Iona and Northeastern, I'm glad you brought that up, as our measuring sticks, because that's where we need to be.
Guys, let's just take a
So any coaching tips and tips for players going into that final of how to beat either side?
Well, I can say that, Iona comes into that game with a plethora of confidence and experience. They have a wonderful background, and they have a wonderful lineage of rugby tradition. At the same time, Northeastern is quality at making adjustments in the game, and Northeastern refuses to compromise their standard. So what it's really going to boil down to, in my opinion, is honestly who runs their system better and who is more disciplined. So penalty counts. I mean, when we were playing against Iona and Northeastern, our penalty counts were through the roof. And unfortunately, when you commit too many penalties against class teams, they punish you.
But that's not done.
So Chris, I haven't played against both. Any tips for the players in that match?
From a player's point of view, Northeastern just does not make mistakes, and they play a consistent 80. Iona, however, has some really good skilled guys and some great coaching, so I think it's going to be a really good session.
Right, and we're going to see Fairfield in that match next year, you guys predict?
Well, that's the goal. It was
slow ball. So the
goal this year was to make the playoffs, and
Syracuse
we
under
missed
pressure
that by
here.
a point of
It's bubbled and lost and picked up. It's a gift on that far side.
Giraldi have a classy program.
Danny Arone does brilliantly to keep it in field.
On the point differential.
Fordham winger.
So what's really exciting is we could have hung our heads.
It's play
we could
on.
have looked at this weekend as a
Back
little
stack.
but instead of doing that, we said we want to play the best team
Johnson
here,
is there.
which in our opinion was AIC, and we're really grateful for the test.
Score in the second half for the Rams.
Great iron and fire to use to motivate us in the off-season and prepare for the spring and then next the fall.
Space to operate. It's a hat trick. No, they drifted out wide. And it's an easy put down. Giovanni Stabelli gets it done in the second half for the Rams.
Honestly, 80 minutes of component. We played the same. We came out that first minute to the last minute against a very good AIC side, a big squad, very athletic players, just making our one-on-one tackles and playing our game plan, which is what we try to execute all year.
Defensive-wise, you got to talk more, better offensively too.
You can just see how it opens up.
Defensive-wise, you got to move out more, got to play better structure-wise.
He's right
got more talking on our part.
Now, you personally had
that spreading the love.
A couple nice runs,
The player
big
untouched.
tackles.
Giovanni Stabelli.
Was that something that you wanted to do coming in? Did
puts
you
it on
realize
that far
hey,
side.
you're going to have a lot of space to work with coming into this game?
It's kind of my job. I got to be able to make space. I had a couple good runs, but I can make space. Got to be able to kick more.
Just making that up.
I got to be able to do more for our team. Defense, I thought I was a little lacking, but
trying to get some backstory why he would have just done down for the
Patrick Macklin.
For the hat trick.
That is a great backstory. We'll stick with that. Good work on the other far side wing as well from Dan Iona.
You have to get up pretty early in the morning to get one by Dallen Stanford, ladies and gentlemen. He knew it right away.
Santi Thompson. Just like he does, looking himself in the mirror, he lines this one up and it pushes it to the side. And that takes the score up now to 29 points to 5.
29-5 for a match that was once even at 5-5.
Those beautiful fall trees in the background here in New England. It's a brilliant setting, and while it is quite chilly for the fans, obviously the players are really enjoying being out here on the big stage. This broadcast going around to millions of homes around the country. Lockdown beautiful. Syracuse looking to attack straight off the restart. Great bit of stuff there. Isaac Lahai, the aerospace engineer, yet again proven to be the danger man. They come through. Damien Huggins, known as Big Sexy. He wrote that himself, not his teammates. Still just outside the 22. Syracuse knocking on the door, and they get the penalty as well for Dunkel.
And your man Big Sexy is a big fan of mac and cheese, which explains a lot.
Really does. Such an entertainer he is off the field. And here he comes right now to Big Sexy. Hair flowing in the wind for Damien Huggins. Ball spills. Still there for Oberlander.
Yeah, so they did have a pretty solid, a lot of athletes on that back line. Was that a difficult challenge to deal with? How'd you guys, did you do anything special out of your game plan to combat that?
It was gentleman right here made Noah tough to wrap, went in shoulder first. While
you had a great season, 5-1, I believe. What do you take away from this year? Now a bold victory at the end to cap it all off. What do you take away from the season?
Just a brotherhood. It makes that
They certainly did need that indeed. Down to 14 players for 10 minutes. Victor Carlson, 20-year-old, will go to the side for a dangerous
Great, and now, anything to build on for next season out of this? What do you take into next year, Coach?
Well, what's really excellent is that we have a club of over 90 players, and 3 teams played today. We have our development team playing in White Plains, New York right now against their B&C team. So the way we build is we get
battering ram as they search for the line. So Ryan McKiernan is over. And Syracuse University, that punch-in try here in the second half, and they stun the Rams.
It's challenging, and it's accountability, and it's ownership, and it's integrity, and we constantly raise our standards each week, regardless of the result. Every week, that threshold and that platform continues to increase. So Chris and his classmates have laid a tremendous foundation for the next group. We hopefully have a wonderful group of recruits coming in, and Fairfield Rugby is going to only continue to onward and upward from there.
Great. Now, did you guys play either Northeastern or Iona this year? I didn't get a chance to.
So we actually played them both.
Okay, great.
That's the reach shootout.
We lost
to place
both
the
of them
ball,
by
and Ryan
9.
McKiernan puts it over the line.
We always try to schedule Iona as an exhibition to really measure us for what the season's going to look like. And we played them in a monsoon, and it was a quality rugby game, and we lost them by 9 points. And then we played a quality, classy. Coach Eddie there just runs a professional system, and we were with them every step of the way. And then, unfortunately, in the 78th minute, we gave up a last-minute try, and then the conversion was slotted, and that's how you lost by 9. We played Northeastern to their closest result other than Fordham last week. So, we really do use Iona and Northeastern, I'm glad you brought that up, as our measuring sticks, because that's where we need to be.
So any coaching tips and tips for players going into that final of how to beat either side?
Well, I can say that, Iona comes into that game with a plethora of confidence and experience. They have a wonderful background, and they have a wonderful lineage of rugby tradition. At the same time, Northeastern is quality at making adjustments and Northeastern refuses to compromise their standard. So what it's really going to boil down to, in my opinion,
coaches gray hair or no
honestly
hair.
Who runs their system better and who is more disciplined. So penalty counts. I mean, when we were playing against Iona and Northeastern, our penalty counts were through the roof. And unfortunately, when you commit too many penalties against class teams,
are we talking about a knockout blow
you.
at this juncture?
And Chris, I haven't played against both. Any tips for players in that match?
From the players' point of view, Northeastern just does not make mistakes and play consistent 80. Iona, however, has some really good skilled guys and some great coaching, so I think it's going to be really
here from the Rams.
Right, and we're going to see Fairfield in that match next year, guys, predict?
Well, that's the goal. The goal this year was to make the playoffs, and we missed that by a point differential, and credit to Fordham. They have Coach Petty and Director Giraldi have a classy program.
I need you to drive
them,
straight.
We just missed out on point differential.
Wow.
So what's really exciting is
great victory there. You win one of those little battles, it can turn the game around for you. And the Orange just
we
did
said
that,
we want
and
to play
they
the best
produced
team
a
here,
great,
which in our
great
opinion
effort
was
by the
AIC,
team
and
up
we're
front.
really grateful for the test. And it's a really great
Can
iron
relieve
and
the
fire
lines downfield.
to
Has he
use
found
to
his
motivate
touch?
us in the
He's missed it
offseason
on several
and prepare for
occasions
spring
on
and then
penalty
next
as
fall.
well. There's a huge
Anything to
error
add to that?
as
Yeah,
Thompson
I mean, the boys just
goes
love playing rugby.
downfield.
You want to
He's
come
made
out
an
there
error.
and have some fun against a really good big side.
He's the outside of his 22.
It
Yes,
might
he
be the
was.
50-22 thing that we're all kind of confused
Honestly,
about.
80
right?
minutes of composure.
It's out on
We
the
played
film.
the same when we
It's-
came out that first minute
that's
to the
either way.
last
You
minute
can't do
against
that.
a very
You still
good
can't do
AIC
that.
side, big squad, very athletic players, just making our one-on-one tackles and playing our game plan, which is what we try to execute all year.
Keep my
Pass.
toes. Keep my toes. Must have been inside his 22. There's a lot of lines out there, as you said. Tough to tell which one's which.
Time's off.
I play better structure-wise. So got more
Apoplectic
talking
Yeah,
flummox.
you personally had a pretty nice day, a couple nice
why they're
runs,
gonna check,
big
as I said.
tackles. Was that something that you wanted to do coming in? Did you realize that hey, like you're gonna have a lot of space to work with coming into this game?
It's kind of my job. I got to be able to make space. I had a couple good runs, but I can make
Pass to the
space. Gotta be able to
fullback.
kick more.
And fullback kicked it straight out. But they were outside the 22, so we're up there.
And what was your name?
They were just listening to us. Yeah, we would have just cancelled out that little
Could saved you all that time, guys. They just like the airtime.
No, I'm glad they got it right. And that's a very important break as well for Syracuse because there is an error from the Rams.
It'll be nice if the NFL and Major League Baseball were watching this because you
they are
spend
right
4 hours on one play and nobody still gets it right? These guys figured it out toot sweet.
You're so right, Matt. So this gives Syracuse University a chance here. Liam Hanna, the hooker, needs to make this one count. No ball to play on. Ball on the front foot. What can I make of this? Ham looking for a loop around, gets it. There's a bit of space. Ham throws a dummy, gets the fend. Ham looking like actor John Ham in a bit of space. Now that far side, great bit of work. Liam Kirkpatrick gets in. Syracuse is sensational.
Great try from the orange. And Ham sliced through that defense, Dallen. Put a little mustard on it. This just goes, we could just go on and on. But in the meantime, Syracuse with a key try. They are right back in this match. There it is again. Knows exactly what to do with the ball. Get it in the try zone, put it down.
Liam Kirkpatrick gets in the end of that. He's been so good today as the multimedia and film production major, just 18 years of age. An excellent bit of work from Joe Ham in the build-up as well. There's 2 consecutive tries here from Syracuse. It's 29-15 with a kick to come, and that sin-binning offense has proven costly for the Rams.
And Kilpatrick, another story about how the game is growing from that great Greenwich High School program. And I got to salute my boy Joe Kelly, who was really helped. It was instrumental.
Yeah, so they did have a pretty solid.
Take that, Matt McCarthy. That's the kick. Successful as well. 29-17.
Out of your game plan to combat that.
We are back on here
Just trust the man to
at
the left
Union
and right.
Point Stadium.
That's what we did all year.
Great, yeah, you had a great
Not long
season.
ago, a guy named Dallen Stanford said that this game was not over. There was plenty of rugby to be played. When I was talking knockout blow, that's why he's the El
Brotherhood, it
Jefe.
makes that starting 15 out there. And that's a family, you got that chemistry. You can trust that man to the left and right that he's going to make that pass.
Zach landing in just a second. Let's get the restart here.
Great,
first
and now,
from
anything to build on for next season out of this? What do you take into
Thompson.
next year, Coach?
Hasn't had much possession in the last 20 minutes. There's an error again for the restart being played.
Offside on the knock.
As well, so
Back 10 blue. You're offside on the knockout.
Team playing in White Plains, New York right
Kiernan.
now against
From the mark. From the mark.
Not the guy that we want there, I guess.
Captain, over here.
Make
And
sure
on the
rugby is
restarts.
played.
But we got a
So
captain's conference.
the way we structure training is we have a pool of 40 players
year
here,
I've been trying to get on my team about it.
23 years.
There you go. I didn't have to say anything.
Thank you very much.
Talk to them real quick.
It's challenging and it's accountability and it's ownership and it's integrity. Please say
Ray Miranda leading by example. Not with that stash though, but he's working saying you haven't even said the referee come through me.
Very diplomatically saying to the referee,
Chris and
yes,
his
sir, I'm
classmates
trying to get
have
the
laid
guys to
a
stop doing
tremendous
that all year
foundation
long. How great
for
was
the
that?
for the next group.
Is he a courthouse, is he a jailhouse lawyer or what?
So I'm going to have to talk to you personally now, okay? You're going to stay right here for a second, and I'm not going to hear
Great,
anything
now
from
did
you
you
for
guys
the
play
rest of the
either
match, okay?
Northeastern or
Thank
Iona
you.
this year? I didn't get a chance to.
So we actually played them both.
Okay, great.
And we lost to both of them by 9.
years old.
savvy.
We always schedule or try to schedule Iona as an exhibition to really measure us for what the season's going to
In the
look
second
like.
half from
And
the
we
Rams,
played them in a
scoring 4 in the
monsoon.
first half. It goes down to the front.
And it's
Johnson
a quality rugby game.
bundled into touch by Big Sexy.
Time's off.
And then we played a quality,
Time's off.
classy, Coach Eddie there
White,
just
back
runs
up.
a professional system. And
Fordham
we
hooker
were with it
indicating that he
every
bounced it
step
off
of
of
the way.
one of the
And then
blue and orange players.
Okay,
so just in touch.
Try, and then the conversion was slotted.
More savvy thinking in the moment, but
We're just the lineup, boys. Just the lineup.
Their closest result other than Fordham last week. So, we really do use Iona and Northeastern as our measuring sticks because that's where we need to be.
So defending the line.
So any coaching tips and tips for players going into that final of how to beat either side?
Thank you for bringing them down.
Successful lineup. Rare for them to get those. Angus Dorwood does well. His father and grandfather played rugby in
They
Scotland.
have
This
a
kick from
wonderful
Ham.
background
Oh,
and
oh.
lineage of rugby tradition.
Let's go pitch side to Zach Lanning. Wow, what an exciting second half we're having, Zach.
Yeah, Dallen, Matt, it has really been a wonderful second half here at rugby. Syracuse, you can tell from their sideline here, they never counted themselves out of this. They never felt that they were, too far behind to come back from this one, and they have really made it a match here. You could think maybe Fordham let off the gas a little bit going up here, coming out strong at the beginning of the half, and Syracuse has really stepped up and taken advantage of that. So we have a game in this third place match, Dallen, Matt, and I'm buckled in. I'm ready to go. I'm ready for some great rugby.
Here they come back again. Alex Gifford on the field as well. John Griffinecki spins around. Sees a penalty for holding on. So Syracuse strong yet again. Tremendous second period they're having.
In that match
Now, they should have had the ball sooner because that line out was not in straight. I am cross-eyed.
That's true.
But for goodness sakes, that looked to me like it was in straight. They get the ball back calm, right?
They do. Have the throw in here as well. We need to get things going here, Syracuse.
Credit to them, we just missed out on the point
Line out time. They go quickly with Liam Hanna. 21-year-old knocked down. That's okay. Play on. Oberlander to his back. Some lovely little line into a bit of injection space here. Brandon Moore does superbly. In fact, it's Liam Kirkpatrick, try scorer, the 18-year-old.
Not help, guys.
Get up and go again.
Playing advantage.
What a player.
High tackle.
Stuff.
Yellow.
Turn that home, he says. I'm not sure why, but what a runner.
Yeah, it's yelling. I can see how that's confusing, guys.
So it's a toy. It's not a real toy. He didn't stuff it off the live
playing our game plan until we
That was
good question. I need clarity on that. We'll have to speak to him afterwards.
Some investigative journalism here on Next Level Rugby.
Play better instruction. Got more talk.
Mark's over here.
Personally had pretty nice day, a couple nice runs.
And again, he's got some rugby in his system already. As a young guy at 18, he played 4 years in high school.
Mike, did that touch the ground?
Gus. Anyway, here we go. Thompson kicks it downfield.
Couple good runs, but I can make space.
You got it.
I got to be able to do more for our team. Defense, I thought a little lacking. But
guys, the AR is right there.
Patrick, man.
Mark is called.
I'd be really impressed if that was a mark.
Right about here? All right.
Might get an explanation. Let's see.
Hey, we're even.
All right, so I think we just heard the referee say that somebody said they're even. Is that when the sin bin is over?
Yeah, Sinbin's back on 50
Heads up,
against 50.
Eamon, heads up.
Error there from the fullback Thompson.
Crouch.
A knock on that led to a scrum here for
Bind.
Syracuse. Well, either way, they find themselves back.
Set.
Close to the try line. They scored 2 in the second half through McKieran and Kirkpatrick. Ham lets this one bounce. Takes the contact himself. Kirkpatrick goes in to try help out. Now he takes possession, does the 18-year-old, looking to step back in, does really well. He's handled, though, by Castleman after that sin-binning offence. Jimmy Clements comes in, as does Angus Dorwood. Syracuse have really turned up the heat here in the second 40. Short ball to the try scorer. McKieran beats a couple. Big Ryan McKieran. Now the forwards arrive. Liam Hanna.
McKieran work off the ball as well.
Playing advantage.
An advantage. For them, 5 out. Syracuse looking to close the gap. Here they come with Ham. Lovely ball on the outside, diving in the corner. Try awarded.
Try awarded.
It's a stunner. Isaac Lahai gets a double, and it's applause all around. Syracuse, 3 tries in succession here in the second half.
You guys, what would you do anything
Thought
special on
maybe
your
the
game plan
defender
to
might
combat
have pushed the ball carrier's foot into touch, but no. Assistant referee right there on the spot.
Great, yeah, you had a great season.
Try awarded.
I believe.
Syracuse.
What do you take away from this year?
The
now,
juice
a
flowing.
Victory at the end to cap it
Out of
all
the
off.
orange.
What do you take away from this season?
Just a brotherhood.
Great game.
Starting 15 out there, and that's a family. You got that chemistry. You can trust that mental.
You don't know what you're going to get with the Liberty Conference matchups, right? I mean,
Great. And now, anything to build on for next season out of this? What do you take into next year, Coach?
Now it's that squeaky bum
What's
time.
really excellent is that we have a club of over 90 players, and 3 teams played today. We have our development team playing in White Plains, New York right now.
Rebounded here.
So the way we build is we get people reps and we make sure rugby is played. So the way we structure training is we have a pool of 40 players who are constantly vying for that 23 jerseys, and it's just challenging, and it's accountability, and it's ownership, and it's integrity, and we constantly raise our standard each week, regardless of the result. Every week that threshold and that platform continues to increase.
7 points
Chris
in this
his
contest.
classmates have laid a tremendous foundation
if you watch the first half.
for the next group. We hopefully have a wonderful group
about
of
20
recruits
minutes.
coming in, and
20 minutes
Fairfield
remaining
rugby
is
is going to only continue to go onward and upward.
Predictions here, Matthew.
I don't
Great.
know.
Now, do you guys play either Northeastern or
Everything that I said is wrong so far, so I'm going to.
Okay, great.
And we played. We lost
You heard
both
it.
of them by
Thank you for that.
Syracuse.
Oh! Bounces backwards. Ham has it with a big dummy. And should have won. Great bit of skill. They keep it alive. It's a better restart here from Syracuse. But be careful, they do lose possession. Just that 50-50 pass being thrown.
It's like Warren Kincaid knocked that one
Not
on.
done.
Syracuse
I'm on the mark, guys.
I'm
on the mark.
Who has had a lunch pail blue collar effort today. Stellar, and look at that stash.
I know it's loud. We'll try to hear.
That's right up your alley. You're going to be doing it?
No, I don't. I just comment on them behind the camera and just cheer people.
I see with a handlebar.
We use Iona and Northeastern.
The divorce papers out and I shaved them. It's all good. Here we go, the crowd on the side, really coming alive here.
Tips for players going into that final, how to beat
The Rams to the left.
I can say
White
that, Iona
chips across the ring in the blindside winger. Great bit of
with a
skill.
plethora of
She fires one over the
confidence
top
and experience.
to Pat Stack.
They have a
Sabelli was
wonderful,
linking in
background
there
and a
beautifully.
lot of
We got
wonderful
two. We
lineage
got
of
penalty
rugby
here,
tradition.
penalty here.
At the same time, Northeastern is quality.
One's a high
and
tackle,
adjustments
one's from the
mid-game,
side.
And Northeastern refuses to compromise their standard. So what it's really going to boil down to, in my opinion, is honestly who runs their system better and who is more disciplined. So penalty counts. I mean, when we were playing against Iona and Northeastern, our penalty counts were through the roof. And unfortunately, when you commit too many penalties against class teams, they punish you.
And Chris, I haven't played against both. Any tips for the players in that match?
From a player's point of view,
It's not the NFL where
Diego, do you have 20
you automatically take the penalties. It's a little bit different.
Coach!
Right, and we're going to see Fairfield in that match next year, you guys?
Well, that's the goal. It was the goal this year was to make the playoffs, and we missed that by a point differential. And credit to Fordham, they have Coach Fetty and Director Giraldi have a classy program.
Then Pat Stack, very close to line. He's reached out. He's touched the uprights.
Wow, great play.
Holding on though is the call.
We got to look at this weekend as a great way, but instead of doing that, we said we want to play the best team here, which in our opinion was AIC, and we're really grateful for the test. And it's a really great iron fire to use to motivate us in the off season, prepare for the spring, and then
Exactly, just one roll.
Yeah.
Extra roll.
Yeah, and the boys just
standing right over you.
You want to come out here, have some fun. It's a really good big
Leg drive though.
We did that today, which was great to see.
Pat Stack.
Perfect.
Honestly, 80 minutes of component.
Again, not out.
The same when we came out that first
Just be costly.
last minute.
They go for a run to Sabelli.
Very athletic players, just making our one-on-one tackles and playing our game plan.
Pinch possession. They get it.
No advantages. We're playing advantage.
Stuff this.
10 from the side.
They tackle go quickly though. Is that the right move?
Put the ball to Kilpatrick down.
Here they go. Bit of space.
Big tackles.
Ham is there.
Something that you wanted to
Right,
be coming
Kilpatrick
in,
is
you
a
realize
star of the
that, hey,
game
like, you're going to have a lot of space
for
to work with
Syracuse.
coming into this game.
That's kind of my job. I got to be able to make space.
Needs more ball.
I had a
There's
good job,
Damien
couple good runs,
Huggins.
but I can make
Very
space.
good
Got to
so
be able to kick
far.
more.
This is John Fresco, and now they go to the halfway line.
I thought I was a little lacking, but thought I was moving through. So.
Awesome.
They've had a
And
tremendous
what's your
second
name?
half, led by Coach Bob Wilson. Dummy there from Ham, and then flicks it on the other side. Brilliant presence of mind to feed the forwards. Always looking for work. There's their pile in there. Okay, and now Ham yet again. He loves attacking the line himself. Looking for Kilpatrick now. Comes into the fray, the standing start.
You're good, 13. You're good. You're good.
Peter Laporin in there also. Yep. Mechanical engineer. Slow running help though. So the Rams look to get over this one from Pat Stack. Rolling away initially in the contact.
We might have an injury there, Dallen. Looks like it's Angus
No, I
Dorwood.
heard the scream too. You're good. You're good. You're good. Wait, if you're going for the ball, make sure the tackler is out of the way,
Exhaling in Glasgow
please.
and Edinburgh. With his Scottish roots.
Time's
But
on.
he looks okay.
Just joining us here, this is the third place clash in the Liberty Conference Championship, 29-22. Syracuse trail, they go for the corner, not out.
Oh boy.
Again a counter-attack here. Thrown in field.
Could it be a question of them confused about the lines?
Could be, but you just need to throw a bit of extra boot. Rather, instead of going for distance, make sure it's out so you can have an attacking lineup. But they have pinched possession back. Fortuitous stuff from Syracuse. Here they come with Huggins. Big Damien Huggins.
He's had himself a great match.
He has so far. Now they're pick and drive yet again. Can they score one tries here in the second half?
You're good.
Syracuse, never say die attitude. Still to the right they operate. Ham drifts across field. Playing back into Huggins.
From the side. He was on the ball, you came from the side. No,
Tough call. Did he ping Huggins for that
so you know.
when he was the first one to the ball? Did he say he came in from the side?
You're on the mark. Thanks for checking.
But that was what he said initially, but his hand signal was a little bit different. There's the kick into touch. Wow. Big turn of events.
Huge turn of events. This Fordham University side will come into this game.
All right, bring him on.
You think they would be favourites by
Who's he coming in for?
a huge margin, but they've been stunned so far in the second period. Up 24-5 at the break.
Hold on, wait for my whistle, guys.
They've really been outplayed here in the second 40. That's what you love about the game. A short lineup now called by the Rams.
I got it.
And Dallen, credit Syracuse for coming back from that whitewashing last week and down early in this one to be playing this kind of rugby this late in the game.
Showing brilliant mental strength, that's for sure. Picked up low ball there for the Rams to handle. And now high mate Moraz sets up his forward pack as they go for another run yet again.
He was on the ball, guys. He was on the ball.
This time he comes to Syracuse.
Wow.
On a good attacking
right there.
Opportunity. They tap and go. Dunks wants to get on with it. He's had 15 cups already of the good stuff.
Release, let go.
So they go to the ground.
You're good.
In with Peter Dress. A short ball. McKiernan, just a real nuisance. He squeezes it back for his side. Syracuse in blue and orange. They look to come yet again. Angus Dorwood. Oh, it goes the other way. Tapping and go quickly neither side. Miranda taps and goes himself, the captain. Miranda, with that stash of his, turns it back on the inside. Good bit of skill, they keep it alive. Tierney's there.
Advantage. High tackle, back 10.
There's penalties back and forth. Thompson has the crack. The man bun. Haven't seen much of him in the second half. Santi Thompson lays it back as he's tackled there by Huggins. And Griffonetti.
Hold.
Castleman. Good carry from the lock. The Rams have fought their way all the way back into opposition territory. By 7 they lead so far here in the second half, looking to expire. CJ goes to that short side. The Rams keep charging forward. Oh, big collision on Belayo Rodriguez. White, dummy, goes against Ham himself.
Release blue.
Both Flyers have had good games so far. Moraes again, they pop it back to the inside. Great bit of run there from Tegan Scatino. They go past the ball and Syracuse look to try attack the breakdown here. It still stays for the men in white.
Playing advantage.
And they pick and drive for the line. Just a few out is Chris Johnson. And a penalty advantage for Griffonetti.
Still playing advantage.
Big forwards with Rodriguez. There's space, they crash it in. The Rams start to celebrate, and it's their fly half, Andrew White, that punches it in. Delight for him and his teammates.
Wow, these two teams are just battling. I'm nervous for both squads, and that is what great rugby is all about. This is as exciting as it gets. College level, Liberty Cup conference.
So we got
championships. I mean, it's just unbelievable. The work, the defense, and the offense. These guys going at it, phase after phase after phase. Finally, Fordham gets the job done, but not after some heroic defense by Syracuse. Unbelievable.
Their sixth try today, after 3 in a row from Syracuse. Andrew White touches it down to make it 34 points to 22. Santi Thompson. Oh, strikes the uprights. Score remains 34-22 in this Liberty Cup third place contest, and the Rams get back on the scoreboard. A real confidence builder for them, even though they were leading on the scoreboard. (34-22) so far in this contest. Syracuse look to attack this, see if they can pinch it back. There have been a lot of penalties just gone back and forth between the sides.
From the side.
And in from the side yet again, Syracuse pinged.
Mark's back here. Mark's back here.
All right, so I think I might have confused you down, but I think it's 34-29. No, what do I have? What's the score here?
34-22.
34-22.
Sometimes when a team gets 34, I just give them an extra 20. So
no,
it sounds like 54.
I think I might have been confusing you there because I'm just perpetually confused. So it is 34-22.
6 tries to 4.
Gotcha.
That's right. The Rams lead here, Fordham University. But 3 in a row from Syracuse have really sparked their side.
But what a roller coaster ride this has been of a rugby match.
Alumni from both sides on the edge of their seats as the Rams yet again go on another attack. They flick to the captain, Miranda.
No.
Griffinetti, big prop forward, takes it to the halfway line. Time ticks away here in this third place contest. The Iona Gales up against Northeastern after this.
Releasing the tackle, okay? Show those hands, show those hands.
There's the man of the Scottish heritage being pinged. You know, I want to get back to number 5, McKiernan, who's had a great match for Syracuse. He had heart surgery at the age of 17. Whatever it was, he's got the heart of a lion and a champion.
He really does. Tremendous off-field strength to come back and play at the highest level here.
And an ROTC guy as well, so we want to thank him in advance for his service. I've been simultaneously rooting for both teams at different points, which is what you want in a rugby match.
Yeah, it really has been end-to-end stuff from both these sides. Fordham University get the maul driving yet again. Alex Gifford at the back of the bench. Johnson.
Playing advantage.
Chris Johnson on the ground advantage for the Rams on a flying angle. Big, strong contact as well.
You can't be on the ground and try to tackle somebody. Back 10.
Now I think Syracuse starting to tire a little bit after fighting so heroically. Maybe some tired penalties that they're taking.
So I think it was
Lessons
number 5,
learned,
went down
perhaps.
on the ground and then tried to finish the tackle from the maul. That's just not allowed. All right, you got to be up on your feet.
Such a strong set piece. Scrum and line up to Fordham University. Really gives them the ascendancy. Wouldn't have expected to be this close, though. So here they come yet again. 8 out.
Hold on, wait.
Griffinetti goes to the front of the line-out.
Gap. There you go.
Dallen, you thinking about a man of the match?
Well, you know, I like the man bun, of course. He's been strong in the first half. But here come the forwards right now from Fordham University. Syracuse can't hold out. Big Chris Johnson. And it's the Rams that have sealed this clash.
Apologize for any of the language that might be coming through, but it's not tennis. And this is a very physical, emotional game for these young men.
Sir, you said they had 22 points?
Yeah.
Chris Johnson puts it down, and it gives us a chance to go down to Zach Lanning, pitch side. Well, Zach really has been such a fascinating second half. Syracuse with a huge advantage in the middle, but then, of course, the big Rams coming back late.
Dallen, Matt, you're absolutely right, Dallen. They have Fordham has struck back here. Something I wanted to make a note of, towards the end of the game here. Just keep an eye out. Starting fly half for Fordham, Andrew White came out of the game after that. The not this try, but the try before that, seemed to have some sort of issues with his chest. He's okay. He's walking around on the sideline, but he was replaced by Aiden Casey, and it looks like Ian Delapina may have slotted in a fly half for them going forward. I thought it may have, had a larger impact, but Fordham seems to be doing just fine, chugging along here. This should be an awesome conclusion, guys.
Awesome. Thanks for this update, Zach. Appreciate that, and glad the key fly half, Andrew White's doing okay, and some new faces on the field now, which is great as well. This kick not able to be curled around, so 39 points to 22. The Rams here lead in this game against Syracuse. Still a few left to play.
I'm still thinking about that man of the match that we got to pick out of this, because you can,
you're subbing right now,
6 or 7
Syracuse,
from each squad.
right now.
And I think we got to go probably with the winning side, right? Maybe your man?
Just under 5.
See how the last 5 minutes go. You're right, Syracuse have had some players that really put their hands up.
Never ready to tip your hand. I like that. I like that. Again.
Anything can happen. Joe Ham has been very impressive leading the Syracuse side here, and Liam Kirkpatrick, the youngster as well, has been electric in the back line. Oh, it's pinched out of the air there. Gifford has got magic hands. Moraz keeps it tight with his forwards. And Rodriguez comes in as well. Just 5 to play. Shaping up for a box kick here is halfback. Jaime Moraz downfield. Chasers are there. Awkward one. Sits up. Syracuse nailed. It goes backwards there to the fullback. Laporin is under pressure as Peter Laporin. Does well to tidy things up there from Syracuse's side. They've really played above themselves today. Can be very proud of that as they barge forward yet again. Big Ryan McKiernan. He's been such a threat. Loves the tight stuff. This time driven back is Jimmy Clemens.
Playing advantage.
Advantage here from Griffinetti and the Rams. Griffinetti does well. He picks this one up. To the left, stab through there from Delapino, and then fly hacked back to the other side.
All right, so there's 3 things that we really haven't seen a lot. First, the whole series started from a box kick, right? Or the scrum half taking the kick, kicking it off the back of the scrum. We haven't seen many of those today. Then you had a squib into the open space and a counter hack.
We got
back.
a little over 3.
No advantage.
They've been running the ball back and forth pretty well.
No, it was grubber.
So they're getting a little
running in the grubber.
A little tired here.
Part of rugby.
Yeah, a couple of substitutes as well. Just mixes up the rhythm just slightly for these two sides.
He did take a hit.
About 3 to go. 39-22. Holding on for 3rd place here. The Fordham University Rams. Not straight, so decision time for Syracuse to close things out.
Sorry, I didn't hear what you said. Line out or scrum?
Let's do scrum.
Scrum?
Scrum.
Is there a 17-point play in the playbook?
You just made one up now. I like it. What would you do for it?
I think it's the hook and ladder, flea flicker under the jersey in the back. And if you can get that one in, you win. But then you have to convert it.
Great match, guys. Keep it up.
On 1 foot.
I believe you'll be hosting a tournament like that near the end of the year. We'll do that. We'll come
with all the different codes popping up, you never know. Somebody just wrote, hey, write that down.
So we look to close out the Liberty Cup 3rd place clash here. stay with us. We have Iona taking on Northeastern University in the final as Ham stabs it through. It's a clever little kick. It does sit up for Thompson. That's well handled. There's Santi Thompson. Still able to keep that hair in a bun. The Rams full value here for their 7 tries in this contest. They were outplayed for a large period in the second half, but they came back here good to score a couple of tries through White and Johnson.
Sounds like a law firm.
It does.
White and Johnson.
Oberlin gets it away nicely on that far side, and
Forward,
Harry
guys.
Pickett's
Forward
on
pass.
the pitch as well, the 18-year-old.
Great seeing some of these players get some action, some game time in a playoff atmosphere on television or this televised wherever you want to watch it, on the Next Level Rugby channel and on the YouTube channel as well for
55
National
seconds,
Collegiate
boys.
Rugby. So those are both YouTube channels, and you can check it out. And Dallen, this has been so much fun. I would love to do it again.
Well, we will, just in a few moments. Iona, the Gales, taking on Eastern University, the Mad Dogs, as they're known.
I said
If
crouch.
this
And you were-
contest is anything to go by, we are in for a real treat to close out things here at Union Point Stadium in Weymouth, Massachusetts.
Absolutely. 2 very good teams.
Crouch. Bind. Set.
Syracuse, side that has toured Argentina, the Bahamas, England, Portugal, Scotland and Spain have position at scrum time there, and they're able to get their hands in and dig it out. They do really well with Dunkel. Ham, rare mistake from the fly half.
Rather ham-fisted there, if you will.
This will be last
Be
play.
a scrum down to Fordham.
Last play. What are your final thoughts on this contest, Matt?
I thoroughly enjoyed it. You know,
You're
you
asking me
kind
if
of
you kick it in
when
the
you
top
see a
off the
match like
scrum,
this, you kind of
it's
forget that you're working it. Folks at home will have no doubt. Well, that's why that guy was like that, right?
Yes, we
But
already
you know,
said this
it was a
last
great
night.
match. I love the competitive nature of both sides.
I was like, he's got
The juice is
rugby
flowing
IQ
for
too.
Syracuse, but literally and figuratively, these players, every single minute they're out there, they're fighting. It doesn't matter what the score is. At Syracuse, you got to tip your cap. They were down early. They came off a bad week last week, and they played really, really solid rugby for a long period of time. Fordham, just the better team, you know, and you could see the skill positions. And that man right there, he had himself one heck of a match.
He really did. That's the final whistle. The Liberty Cup third place goes to
Nice match, man.
the Rams of Fordham University, that are victorious by 39 points to 22 against Syracuse.
Nice job, guys.
As the alumni and reserves come back onto the
Thank you very
field
much.
in celebration of a
Akira.
great contest here at Union Point Sports
That
Complex.
was the weirdest way to ask us the game over, man.
You might be looking at some future Major League Rugby draft picks right there, ladies and gentlemen.
I'm like, is he asking something I don't know right now?
11 tries scored in this contest. And congrats to Fordham University. And we're going to go pitch side for some reaction with Zach Lanning.
Man, it got cold.
Lose our focus, we step out our game plan, our shape, and we start panicking and making mistakes that usually we don't do. And they came back and they scored really good free tries, and we need to fight back again. That's it.
So 3rd place here for you on the season. You had a really strong season overall. You know, what was the key to a successful season for you, and how do you build going into next year?
I think it was a great season for us. We work, the program is growing. We have like 50, 55 players practicing since mid-August, so that's good for us. We have a great coaching staff, including Ben Follen, that has been coaching all year with us. He's not here today, he's back in England, but he gave us a lot for the program, and we keep on building. I think we can get stronger next couple of years.
So do you have your eye on this now championship game next match for Fordham next year? You feel like you'll be in contention for that 1st place spot?
We want to play better rugby. That's what we want. You see, the results will come. The only we care is about play better rugby, and these kids play better rugby and develop more players. That's what we want.
Coach, thank you very much, and again, congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Great insights there. Final score is 39-22. Fordham University Rams take out Syracuse in the third place clash here at the Liberty Cup. We're going to take a short break and come back with the Liberty Cup Championship, which features Northeastern University against the Iona Gales. Stay with us right after more. Up next. You just join us here for the Liberty Conference Final. Is well underway here at Union Point. Little touch and go there. Possession turns over. I'm Dallen Stanford, joined by Matt McCarthy here for this final championship. Northeastern against the Iona College Gales. And ball goes to the ground early on.
I'm looking forward to this one, Dallen. This is the culmination of some great rugby being played today. The Liberty Conference Championship. There's been playoff games for seedings and everything else, but this is the one. This is the Mac Daddy of the conference. This is the final. And what you got, Iona in white and Northeastern in red, right? If I'm wrong, it's my fault, folks, not because I told Dallen that.
The Mad Dogs, coached by Edward Tuberty out of Northeastern University, and Paul Burke, Connor Buckley, Jim Daly, and Dave Flemister coach the Iona College Gales. They're a side that come into this one, winning 62-5 against Syracuse at Mazzarella Field in that Liberty Cup semi-final. And Northeastern beat Fordham 20-17. Here come Northeastern now. They attack with their inside centre. Great little step, and they go back in with Dor Pearl. Does really well, does the Psychology Major. Flav looking to rip it away there is Matt Urea, been intercepted. So the Gales bounce back with this one. Low ball to handle. They do really well, though, on that far side and get the penalty as well.
There's your first penalty, and it goes to the Gales. And, you know, they're well coached. They're a well-coached team. They've got a veteran staff there. I know them personally from the New York Rugby Club, but Bruce McLean also had his stamp on that organization for many years. Paul Burke is now the head coach. Paul Burke, one of the best number 8s I've ever had the pleasure of playing with in rugby. And he is a guy that's got that pack going, so watch out for them all game long. But they've got a sprinkling of other coaches that handle the backs and defense. So they're a very good side, but also Northeastern's very well coached as well. So you're going to see some good rugby here tonight.
It really will. As Bobby Husher goes to the line out over the top, it's knocked down. It's play on. Nice bit of skill there to Brendan Buckley, and now they come in midfield. Storming run there from Nick Delara. Does really well as they keep it with their big number 8. Cam DiGiorgio. Still to the right-hand side they operate. Looking to flick it away there was Vili Hopoi. They'll fly off, and just another little error coming in there. And you mentioned the contact being Tyson and these sides just feeling each other out in the early exchanges.
2 players to watch. You mentioned both of them just now, Hopoi and DiGiorgio. And remember, it's not delivery, it's DiGiorgio. But he is a heck of a player on the flank. And their quarterback, their fly half, is Hopoi. Watch him.
Dangerous player with that left knee bandaged. Here come Northeastern University, a chance for them. Up front, Denip Dorgi winning 23. Man from Bhutan. Here come the backs now. Uray up, flicks it away to his outside centre. Alvaro Barrego, 24-year-old finance major. They look for a bit of width on attack. Do the Mad Dogs, looking to cut back in, and they run into the big frame of DiGiorgio. You mentioned him. Just there waiting for the delivery of possession and penalty.
The referee's shirt kind of blends in with Northeastern's kit, that's why we get the big bucks, though, to differentiate the two, right?
Cool evening here south of Boston. These sides playing after the third place clash, which was won by Fordham University. The Rams 39-22 against Syracuse University. Really put up a fight at Syracuse. Tremendous to see both sides going back and forth.
Yeah, Syracuse came back to make that a 29-22 match at one point.
Thrilling contest indeed. Will we see more of the same here?
You're the receiver? Okay. Within 2 meters between the 5 and 15. Okay.
So you need to be in the line-out or you have one player out. So now everybody goes back in. Throw here from Dorgi. Been pinched by the Gales. They flick it back to their forwards and look to range up yet again. Delara's been really good as Nick Delara beats another one. Man from New York. Hopoi well handled at the halfway line. Still it stays with Iona. Big contact coming in on Jack Brandeis. Man out of Brooklyn. Known as the coldest step up. We'll have to see if he can get going there because they shut him down on that occasion. O'Sheen. McDonough did well. Did the big forward. Brandeis yet again. Box kick over the top here from Brendan Buckley. Rolls down. Well handled by fullback Nicholas Hudson. He returns the favour. Buckley again. Tall frame. Buckley goes over the top. Floats one into a little bit of space here. And Reska beats a couple, does James Reska. His opposite number is all over him, and they get a penalty to the Gales.
Keep an eye on number 6 for Iona. He had 5 tries last week. And that's, 5 tries from a lock or from a back row position is pretty impressive.
Ball 2.
Yeah, they had that big victory last week, and a lot of players getting on the scoreboard in a 62-5 win over Syracuse. Don't forget, we have the National Collegiate Rugby playoffs coming up November 13th and 20th. Both these sides will go through, and the winner will have home field advantage in those playoffs coming up soon as they head towards Houston.
For a second, yes, that's what I need. Thank you.
I think that's a mid-December date in Houston, right?
That's right. Iona College out of New Rochelle, New York, founded in 1940. Pops down here to Buckley, Hopoi, looking for a little loop around, and now goes to the big forwards. McDonough is there. Another Xavier High School, play with the Xavier program. Mike Pitchy helping out there as well. 2 legends in US rugby. Big contact coming in on Connor Byrne. Thrown to the ground, the man from Brisbane, Australia. The Gales, though, keep momentum. Still on the front foot with Buckley. And they go through Brandeis again. Just needs to get one knee to the ground, and now ruck is formed. Players must leave him alone. Buckley goes to the right-hand side. Little dummy thrown there. Gales still bring numbers to the contact. Jack Davis now, the senior.
Good.
Controlled things really well. Hopoi back on the inside. Nicely again to Delara. He's been everywhere so far as Nick Delara. The loose forward. Giorgio, big cam. But Northeastern, the strong defensive line here. They drive them backwards. A thumping hit. They're used to this, and they're a very fit side as well. As they look to cut back in with Connor Byrne yet again, nowhere through. As big tackle comes in from Eli Kalili. McDonough, still yet again a long period of play here. Buckley eventually kicks it away, which is really a win for Northeastern, showing you that the side is not able to continue attacking, and they have possession now with Dor Pearl, who's been very good. Pearl kicks it over the top. There it is, very deep kick, putting Iona College in all sorts of trouble and towards the touchline as well. Manhandled on that far side, and Ryan Connolly puts him into touch.
Wow, great play. The kick is only as good as the chase. That was a remarkable chase and defense by Northeastern on that particular play. There it is again, Dallen. Nowhere to go for Iona. Engulfed by the Northeastern. Number 13, was that?
Yeah, it was actually Ryan Connolly, number 14, yeah, but he took out Iona's number 13, was Connor Baldwin. So a real attacking opportunity here for Northeastern. Line out not strong, though. A couple of errors creeping into that set piece for them. Means Gales can clear their line through Buckley. It's been a real pest as the chasers come now as well.
Okay, play on.
Good strong take from the Mad Dogs. And it's their wing 3/4 again. Ryan Connolly been very active in the last passage of play. Into the breakdown they go. Sam Sagarina driven back, but still they keep possession. And their halfback is Manny Aduki.
And it's going to be a penalty to Iona. And, I talked to Coach Paul Burke ahead of the game, and he said we have to be physical. We have to bring our physicality. We have to play fast-paced. We have to clear the rucks, and we have to stick to the script. Basically play our brand of rugby.
Once I saw a contest that made it material, that's what
they want to attack at the set piece, hard at the set pieces, and we'll see this right here with the line out and how it goes.
It's an occupational hazard, right?
Between them doing that and a few errors coming from Northeastern has given plenty of position and territory here for the Iona College side, the Gales in white.
And you see that's Brendan Buckley, younger brother of Connor Buckley of Rugby United New York, and now helping coach out with Iona.
Yeah, great to see he's still involved with the game. There is AJ Livoti, gets tackled, and Byrne comes in as well. Connor Byrne is still there for Buckley. Looking to bust free here. McDonough
No!
Does really well, and they really bring the numbers to the breakdown. You see Northeastern just fanning out. They know that it's going to come wave after wave, and that one might have been knocked forward. It says play on to Jack Davis for the Gales. Again, turned back on the inside from Billy Hapoi. Also with the Jesuit program, 3 times high school All-American. Loves to walk on the beach with Connor Buckley, he says. Onto the ground there from Jordan McKenzie into the fray, but penalty against McKenzie for holding on.
14.
No long walks on that occasion.
No, and who wouldn't want to go for a long walk with one of the Buckleys on the beach? And talk rugby, they've got it coursing through their veins. Another one of those rugby families that we like to have on the American rugby landscape. But right now, it's a man that is
right here,
built like a brick house, if you know what I mean. Dor Perry kicking it into touch, the number 12.
Speaking of brick house, let's go pitch side to hear from Colby Marshall. Iona graduate in 2020. What's your take on the game so far, Colby?
Yeah, right now, Fairfield, they're just looking to really settle into this game, structure themselves defensively. And for Iona, you know, they're getting to their sets a little bit. You're seeing them get more comfortable as the game goes on. You know, Iona, they're a team that haven't had the success in the bowl games lately. They're 0-5 in their last bowl games. And so this would be a big win for them if they can pull it out. But Fairfield, you know, they're not going to go down without a fight.
Yeah, Dallen, he is a Iona legend, so he can't be partial down there.
No. Great insight, Wits. That's very valuable information as well. A lovely little stepping here from Northeastern. We'll come back to Colby in just a second here. As Iona do really well for counter-wrecking this one. They do spill possession, but they are looking very comfortable. And that's the thing about an early start to the game. They've had lots of possession. Everybody's got their hands on the pill and they're able to throw it around. They're a very dangerous side, and here they do well in the counter-ruck.
Yeah, and you can see, as you say, everybody's kind of getting involved. You've got the ball going everywhere, a little sloppy, a whistle comes back, but everybody they are here to play. They all want to win this match.
The helter-skelter of college rugby. Thank you. Were you tuning in to this brilliant Next Level Rugby broadcast? We're here just south of Boston. Here in Weymouth in Massachusetts, Union Point Sports Complex. Used to be home of the New England Free Jacks. They've moved to Quincy.
Good.
Great venue for rugby as Northeastern look to go wide. The Mad Dogs, great bit of width on possession. Starting back on that far side, Ryan Connolly. Nicholas Hudson helped out there, but it's been pinched yet again from the Gales. Again, they attack the breakdown, as you mentioned. Charge down though, here comes Aduki chasing down there. Is Guerrina doing really well. Big Sam for Northeastern. So they have possession out. The Mad Dogs in red, looking to cut back in. Dorgy, the big frame of Dorgy gets the penalty. Thinking about it quickly, and they go quickly. Manny Aduki not here for a haircut as they play quickly through Dor Pearl. Want to get on with things. It's still 0-0 in this game. Big collisions coming in on Colin Johns, the electrical engineer.
He's going to get pinged for playing on the ground, I bet. No. Okay, he's calling offside.
Flip by White. 3 has to move.
Little number 3 from Iona playing the ball on the ground, but it was after the referee had decided what was going on.
When he came down, you kind of came like this. I just think, yeah. I think he came into you a little bit faster than you expected, and you had no chance to wrap, but you still hit him. You know?
Okay, so there's a little chatter going on. Jack Davis, the recipient of that from the referee.
Well, it's always nice when the officials explain things as the game goes on. Great communication. Bobby Hushup, the junior from Mid-State Rugby Club. Back in the day, knocks it down. Hapoi, little short ball. Good skills to McDonough. Buckley again, the forwards keep driving. Jack Brandeis again, give it the vice captain. Anthony on Nelly, but the backs get it instead out wide. Strong contact on Connor Byrne.
Tackle away!
Northeastern. Normally have a good shape on D, but here they're able to bust through. Cam DeGiorgio, what a breakout from the number 8. Flung around to the ground and supporters are there. Arriving in Jack Brandeis. Still numbers to the right hand side, the Gales with Buckley. Pile on the pressure. Looking for the fend, Delara.
No advantage, offside.
Offsides again is the call.
Do you kick here, Dallen? You want the ball? You want to go posts? This could be a nail biter.
I'll go for the corner.
I think they heard you, Dallen.
I saw them turning easily. Again, it's actually not a great looking kick. I say it goes up, but it really should have gone for the 5.
Yeah.
Given his forwards a fighting chance to maul it over. But I like the adventurous play when teams go for the corner. They go for the line-out. They back themselves scoring tries. Yes, it's a championship game, and it should be tight.
Iona's not here to score 3 points.
No.
They're here to score tries.
We love to see tries. So they go to the top. The man has started the madness. Has it to Giorgio. Big Cam. Selling molecular biology major. Brainiac off the field as well. A boy little switch with his inside centre. Byrne. How much longer can Northeastern hold on and stick their tackles with Davis? Buckley looking to change directions. Just pass it backwards. Antonelli is there, the vice captain from Bishop Hendricken. Busting through De Lara. Well helped by the loose forwards again. Hapoy, little gap. Just drops the shoulder, does Vili Hapoy. And again, it's Jack Brandeis tackled this time to the ground by Zach Anderson. The Gales enjoying ample possession. They're 5 out. Can they punch in the first try of the game? Big forwards are driving for the line. It'd be a goal line dropout if they held up over the line. Knee on the ground, they've got to let him go. That's why it's a penalty. Got to take it back 5 to the mark. Buckley wants to go quickly. Buckley who's wearing a turtleneck. It's unusual, but he's able to pull it off. And here comes Apoy looping around their space on the right-hand side. Ball goes to the ground. That was the opportunity. They went a begging there for Bobby Baldrian, and holding on also. The double whammy.
Yeah, he knocked it on, then he tried to make up for his mistake by holding on to the ball on the ground. Penalty, turnover. Would have been better off with a scrum down on the knock rather than the kick here.
Very impressed, though, by this defensive stance from Northeastern University. The Mad Dogs have really held up here, and here's a look at how they nullified this attacking opportunity, just flying in. 3 or 4 red jerseys at every occasion.
Baldrin's got to hold on to the ball there. He was trying to do too much too fast. He's going to try to turn that corner. You can't score without the ball. So let's do step 1 before you go to step 2.
Then up Gorgie.
Just make sure he's in. I
understand.
You're so far back. I don't see you as a receiver. Stay up 2 so I know you're a receiver, and then you can walk in. Make it clear for me. Thank you, guys. Here we go.
You need to be in the line out unless you're the halfback. The forward can easily be a halfback as well. Ready. Messi. They do get it back, though, to Northeastern. So a possession for them. Oh, low ball. That was an awkward pass.
First knock on. In the line out.
Okay, so it's going to be a line. It's
right on the yellow. Thank you.
Coming back, Dallen. It's going to be the first knock. Yeah.
Okay.
So a series of knock-ons. You take the first knock-on, ladies and gentlemen. So the ref can play the advantage to see if you gain anything, and if not, it comes back to the original knock-on. So it will be Iona ball.
Oh, okay.
I beg your pardon. I'm wrong again. It's Northeastern ball.
Yeah, Northeastern. They're a side that have played their 3rd Liberty final in 4 years.
Set.
The record in the conference the last 4 years is 30-2. And overall out of conference 30-3. Wonderful program the last few years under the leadership of Ed Tuberty from Limerick Island.
Yep. I didn't see anything early. I just saw it unstable. I didn't have fault there, but both of you are just going to clean it up. That's all. Hold your weight. Both sides, please hold your weight. Crouch.
Great shot from our next level production team.
Bind.
Takes you right into that scrum, doesn't it, Dallen?
Set.
It's the first time for you.
It is the first time as a backline player. Just at on the line to get clean possession for us backs to score the tries. Here they come now, do Northeastern.
Good 10.
Still, they're inside their own half. Opportunity to duck through and then handled there is Matt Uea, the mechanical engineer. Does well though to get to the ground, although
Brought in. That was a
maul, so once it hits the ground, the ball's unplayable.
That was a maul.
Concedes
It was
possession.
unpresented. It's a turnover.
And that's going to be an opportunity for Iona with their scrum, which Coach Paul Burke says they want to establish physicality of their scrum and play aggressively off of their scrum. And Brendan Buckley, I keep wanting to call him Connor Buckley, but he is considerably taller than his older brother. And he's got that rugby blood coursing through his veins. We keep saying it, but it's just great to see on the American landscape.
Iona pick us up at their back. Good strong carry again from Giorgio. And Delara, those two combining superbly so far on this game. Hapoi goes wide, there's space to opera on that far side. Here they go, Levoti.
A little high tackle action perhaps, yeah.
Buckley goes quickly, finds his forwards. Brandeis, hit low. Delara is there to help out. Hands off now as Buckley looks for his big number 8 to Giorgio, looking for the line. Again they go well, Northeastern. Textbook tackling. It's still there though for the Gales. Still looking for the first try of this game. Delara, driven back.
Great tackle.
Textbook again. Here they come with Byrne. Space again to operate. Levoti again. That's the opening score might be held up.
Oh boy.
Bobby Baldrian.
He was looking up for, he was fleeing as he thought he was laying down on the try. Here's the replay, Dallen.
Behind the ball.
He thought he was in. There was space there to operate. Just fell on his back and then couldn't turn over. Is that ball down?
The second effort looks like he got the ball down, but it's easy from here with a replay, not in real time.
That's right.
Goal line. No TMO.
Nope. Goal line dropout puts it down, but Jack Davis has it now for the Gales. So again, they get a chance to counterattack. Buckley comes back to DiGiorno and looking for Byrne to step his way through. Finds his big number 8. Great little play, and here they bust for it yet again. James Reska. Reska beats 2. Into the 22. The Gales don't leave their feet.
Oh,
holding
boy.
on as well.
Oh, they'll be frustrated in the on the Iona coaching staff bench over there. That's a wasted opportunity. What a nice little pass from DiGiorgio.
Having a hell of a game is the big number 8.
There you go. There's the replay. Watch to see. All right, he's just got the roll. He's presenting it, and the call is made. Okay. Again, we have the pleasure of replay and over. He's doing live action.
Not back's been pinched. Here they go with the Gales yet again. Husher, Bobby Husher into the 22 for Iona. Still 0-0 in this Liberty Conference Championship final. Such an evenly matched contest. Hapoi.
Player to watch, Dallen, is this Hapoi.
Very exciting player. They haven't had a lot of backs possession, just that last so far. Brandeis again as well. With Denlara. Jack Davis. Hapoi now looking for space. Gets the big bump. He's very flat as a fly off. A little bit deeper perhaps to set his backs away. And here they come yet again. The territory and possession stats must be out of this world for the Iona College Gales. And Northeastern, again, they come in on the defensive stance. What a fantastic effort to keep Iona out.
Just the fact that they are just turning them away this close, which is Iona's game plan. They would love to just make this a pack game, right? And Northeastern's taking the best punch and surviving, and there's a great clearing kick.
Yeah, five.
There's another look.
I can't have you hitting him on the ground again like that. Okay.
The bodies, the big bodies, banging in there. And there's the turnover.
We see they just commit one player there who makes the tackle and also competes for the ball. The rest of them fan out. They're really well coached. And that's great to see the Mad Dogs really keeping themselves alive in this game. That's been an area they need to work on their lineouts. They do get this, not clean ball, but they still maintain it. To Northeastern.
It's a line drive in the books.
That's right. Ray out now, shifts it wide, fullback in as well. Hudson, and looking to cut on that far side is Connolly. In there also is Sam Moyle, the business major. Now they go through Alvaro Borrego, Mexican and Spanish player. Played with the Dolphins as well in California.
Not Miami.
No, flicked free there. It stays with Parsiak, known as the Polish princess. Not afraid of the contact though, as they go low. Arm comes up yet again for offside play.
So it seems each team is taking their shots, but Northeastern now seems to have some momentum.
Coleman Jackson into the fray, but loses possession. Brandeis has it now. Hapoi, a bit of space again. Deft little ball there, but goes to the ground to James Reska.
Yeah, I think they're going to play the knock on Reska. Boy, I think the teams need to exhale a little bit and start focusing on the fundamentals.
Anything I'm missing there?
These turnovers and penalties are really throwing a wrench in the works for what they want to do respectively. But then again, you could say, well, the other team's defense is causing the wrench to be thrown in the works. It's that conundrum that we're going to have to, you know.
It fitted out, it really is.
Jim, wow.
Over half an hour played already, still 0-0 in this Liberty Cup Conference Championship at Union Point Stadium. Northeastern, their side, pride themselves in their mentality on defense. They do like to play expansive rugby, and they are showing us that as well as they whip it out wide. Stepping there is Connolly. Takes 3 players on himself, does big Ryan Connolly.
That's fine, play on.
I'd like to see those passes crisper to him so he doesn't have to kind of wait, because if he can get it in stride, he's a large lad.
He really is. Kick downfield from Alvaro Borrego.
You know, the one thing that you're seeing on the college level is the pass that a player has to wait that beat for, right? You want them on the burst, getting that pass so that they can do some damage, not necessarily waiting to catch the somewhat imperfect pass.
Let's get another quick word from Colby Marshall, who's pitch side.
Yeah, fellas, I mean, Northeastern is matching Iona punch for punch right now. It seemed like the Gales were on the cusp of taking the lead early on in this first half, but Northeastern continues to keep them out. And, you know, you talked about Cam DeGiorgio. Cam DeGiorgio is a player that is very happy to be playing in this game. He did miss Iona's last bowl game against St. Bonaventure due to an injury that he suffered the week of the game. So, you know, I expect to see a good performance out of him today. I'm happy that he's in the lineup.
Here comes the Gales now. They lose possession. They had a good attacking opportunity there. And now driven backwards. Northeastern, they take possession. Kaduki gets it away and dropped there. So another opportunity for a pinch here from Antonelli, the vice captain. Here they pick and go for the big other lock. Jack Brandeis been everywhere. Buckley comes to the short side here with Husher. Bobby Husher, Buckley working in tandem. Forwards come, another wave, Antonelli. Out of Warwick, Rhode Island. Delara. One over the top, it's been pinched, intercepted. Northeastern do really well. Connolly drops it. Here's a gift. Possession to him from his fullback, Nicholas Hudson.
Nothing coming there. We had the original knock on here.
Ryan Connolly has to be frustrated with that one. He is hands on hips, walking back, shaking his head. He had a little bit of steam, just knocked the ball on. You can't again.
Over here, guys.
You have to get the ball and catch it before you can take off or run over somebody. And that's, again, these players are just so eager.
Okay, thank you, Tom.
Ryan Connolly's so eager. Apparently he swallows the toothpaste after brushing his teeth. That's what his teammates say. That's very unorthodox.
Just to save time to get to the gym.
That's right.
Yeah. You don't do that?
Unusual habits, but it could pay dividends in this game. No score yet in this contest. Iona bringing her poi, the fly off. Looking for the loop around, it spits free. And Northeastern picked this one up. Maniaduki looking for his backs. Hudson can't handle.
Nothing coming.
Errors from both sides.
Knock on here.
So I guess we can characterize this one as sloppy so far. And both teams racing back and forth, chasing down mistakes. The first team that settles this down and just maintains ball possession.
Forward. I need you all another half step on the offside line. Okay.
Well, you've got to feel Iona have the field territory, so they're closest to scoring. Northeastern really haven't spent a lot of time inside the 22 of the Gales. But of course, their defensive effort. Look how deep they are on attack as well.
Fine.
Interesting strategy here from the Mad Dogs.
Yeah, I just didn't like the bind over here. So, yeah. All right.
19,000 undergrad students
on the ribs if you need to, all right?
8,500 graduate students do Northeastern University.
Coach!
They've been developing over the years.
Set.
First squad, second squad, and full development squad, so they're really building their numbers. It's really great to see they've got players from all over the globe as well playing for them. So
Turbidy's doing a great job up there.
It really is. They go to that far side yet again. Connolly yet again. He's brushed his teeth and he gets on the outside. Great bit of work to the halfway line. He keeps his body in the field of play. Excellent stuff from the winger. Jackson into the contact. Coleman Jackson. Maniaduki rips it out. Decide to put to the kick through from Urea. Gives possession away though to the Gales. And right on the spot there is fullback AJ Levoti.
But it's Pilch, Dallen.
And looking for width as well. Oh, great little movement there from Jackson. Jackson goes into the action mode. Oh. Just tackled, ball spurts free. Now that was dangerous from Coleman Jackson.
What a great defensive play. Was that Delara on the play, on the defense there? I'd have to see the replay. Here it comes again. Watch the pursuit. Great run from Jackson, Dallen. Yeah, watch number 6 come into play here with the Lawrence Taylor. Hammer coming down to knock that ball out. Lawrence Taylor is a Hall of Fame New York Giant defensive linebacker for anybody out there that Google it.
I thought you were going to use a rugby reference at least, but that's fine. That's fine. Great play there from Alex.
I'd have to know something about rugby.
That's true. Parsiak was really good as well with that long ball. So they contest here. The Gales under pressure with Buckley goes down. Somebody's trying to rip off that turtleneck of his.
Oh.
And they get the penalty to Northeastern University and looking to close out this first half. Axon Jackson revved up.
Speaking of revved up, look at our assistant referee there. He's ready to come in and hit somebody. He's directing with his flag. You, get back.
Maniaduki fires it back, and there is Jackson. We just mentioned his name. He's the one at the breakout. He goes into a wall of Iona defenders and gets picked off the ground. Oh, Jackson.
Did he win something?
There he goes to wow. That was a hit and a half. And are just lying all over possession, and they turn things around.
All right, then, you know, Northeastern had the momentum. They're charging it deep into Iona's end. And Iona with the stand defensively. Are we going to see is this a pitcher's duel we're going to see tonight? 3-0?
Well, sides looking to want to score tries. They look to go wide, both teams. Just very evenly matched so far.
I could have picked any one of them. Yeah.
Just look at some of the results. Iona College, who've beat Fairfield, Fordham, Colgate, smashed Stony Brook. They only lost against Indiana, which is not even part of their conference, and they beat Albany 93-0, and then Syracuse 62-5 to get here. So normally one-way traffic in their games. Now they find themselves near their own goal line, looking to work their way upfield. The Gales in white, looking to bust free. Was this be a penalty? Yes, it is.
All right, so I got to say, I'm going for posts here, right?
Well, Maniaduki says we'll take it and have a run. The 19-year-old, no, he's changed his mind.
He's been overruled.
And finally, Matt McCarthy gets one right today.
It wasn't easy. What is it, 16 hours in? Something about a blind squirrel.
Yeah. Anywhere on this line.
So, 22-year-old Matt Urea will step up to take this shot. That'll take us closer to half-time. And they're a side that have been under the pump, that have been defending all game.
Yeah,
Here's a look at how they got the penalty.
Yeah, some very physical running from Iona out into the gap. But one thing, you got to let go. Here comes the kick.
Liberty Cup Championship game. The Mad Dogs off the uprights. Play on. Diving for the line. They take the first bite to Northeastern University. The Mad Dogs are in. And what a way to score off the upright. You can't script that.
Was that Dor Pearl with the try there, Dallen? The number 12 with the presence of mind and hustle, because it looks like it was number 12. Am I getting his name correct?
You are, Dor Pearl.
Wow, the presence of mind. A, he's chasing the kick. You got to like that. And B, wow, great play. There it is, right to him. Happy birthday, Dor Pearl.
Put that on the Insta social media highlight sensation with a little help from his fly half. Pat Urea.
Dallen, I know there's some folks at home that are thinking that might have been a scripted play. I mean, I think I saw you do that against the old Maroons back in 98.
68 maybe.
Okay, 68, 98. I look at it upside down.
I mean, that's just a unbelievable score. We've seen a couple happen over the years. One has actually hit the crossbar off a kick. This one off the upright.
Don't talk to Ben Foden about Vegas.
No, we won't mention that. Matt Urea.
Against your Free Jacks.
That's right. It was a magic bit of play, and that's the halftime whistle.
Wow, what a half it was.
A stunning first half. Who would have thought Northeastern, with little possession, have come back here to score the lone try from Dor Pearl. And they lead here at the break 5-0 in the Liberty Conference Championship Final. We'll have more after the break for you here at Weymouth, Massachusetts at Union Point Stadium. 5-0 the score. It's the Mad Dogs that lead the Gales.
appreciate that. A couple where I felt like I just want to.
Welcome back to the Liberty Cup Conference final. And here's a look at one of the most extraordinary tries you'll see in the world of rugby. A penalty kick which hit the upright, bounced down and on hand was Dor Pearl. They slammed in the first try of this game at the halftime whistle. 5-0. It's Northeastern University. The Mad Dogs lead Iona College the Gales. I'm Dallen Stanford alongside Matt McCarthy. And while it's been such a low-scoring game, it really has been tremendous effort from both sides to move the ball, strong defense.
Yeah, some unbelievable defense, heroic defense from Northeastern early on, because it was all Iona. Iona pounding, not coming away with any points. Tip your cap to Northeastern. Then just the opposite went down, and it looked like Iona had survived an onslaught. But a penalty kick clanks off the posts, a la New England Free Jacks, Ben Foden. Rugby United New York and Vegas, Dallen, and it's all synergy with that whole New England thing on those kinds of plays.
Let's get that other ball, please.
See what I'm doing there? I'm tying it all together.
I like it indeed. We just need to get a change of ball there.
Oh, is that a deflated ball? Is that what's going on here?
We mentioned the New England side,
yes.
So, you know.
Yeah, we got to be careful.
Just missed the earlier game. Third place was taken by Fordham University. The Rams beat Syracuse 39-22. Right now, 5-0. In picture, the Iona College Gales on the left of your screen. They trail 5-0 against the Northeastern University Mad Dogs. So second half going here. 40 minutes separates a champion. Picked up by the Mad Dogs. They hoofed it downfield. Iona is there. Levoti shifts it away. Looking for the live work from Nick Delara. It's been fantastic. Hard though. Some textbook tackling here from Northeastern University. Double tackles as well as driving the opponent's back. Jack Davis. Not often he goes backwards. Wide ball. It's a good looking pass though, not handled from Billy Hapoi.
Hey, Tom.
It looks like you've got a substitution. It looks like that might be Dan Pope in at number 23.
Right here. Yeah, thank you.
Check that. Here's the play. There's pants-wearing Pope.
It's a nice idea just to get a wide floated ball there. Leggings, of course, allowed these days. It's pretty nippy out there.
Coach! Go girls! Fine!
Close here. Dan Pope on the field wearing 23.
Set!
Northeastern, who are their
Give us table.
For the under-19 national team, the Philippines, the Volcanoes. He gets it away.
He's just looking to erupt in this half.
He'll be here all day. Will be the cheese of Matt McCarthy as Connolly goes in yet again. The big frame of Connolly working from the right-hand side.
Another penalty against Iona. They ended the half on a penalty, and they pick up right where they left off. And let's see if this one clanks off the post for a try. Great shot there from our next level production crew with the blood on the jersey. There's that kick, and it does
not out. It's an error we've seen from several of the sides today here at Union Point Stadium. And lovely little friend to Jono with the fend. Gets it on the outside. Reska looking for work is James Reska, the wing 3/4 for Iona. Off the penalty, you get the line-up back, so a missed kick just stops your momentum as Brendan Buckley goes in, the junior. Big forwards looking for work as well. McDonough. Box kick from Buckley goes downfield. Good strong take on that right-hand side. Hudson involved, and here come the Mad Dogs all the way down to Connolly. Not a lot of room to run, but he gets through one. Still held as he lays it back for his side.
He runs his team a penalty. It looks like an Irish lumberjack, Ryan Connolly, barreling forward. This time he kept the ball. He had a knock on earlier in the game. Good to see that he's like a goldfish, like Ted Lasso says. Forget it. And he forgot it, and he had a good run there.
One of the strong backline players here out of Northeastern University. This kick is out.
There's that replay. There's Connolly. He's fending would-be tacklers off. There's Pope getting indoctrinated early in this second half by his opposing wing, who is a towering wing. And Northeastern does indeed earn the penalty.
Yeah, he's down. Let's see if we can. I understood your point
Just
there.
getting some attention there. So why don't we go pitch side to Colby
drive was
Marshall.
Totally fine. The problem was that 13 got caught and
what
they
did you take
couldn't
there in
come
that first 40
to
minutes?
ruck, so it was on 13 for not rolling. So the counter ruck was fine. Yeah.
Boys, where'd you get out of those breakdowns? Go away. Go on every time.
We'll come and get some insights in it just a little bit from Colby Marshall's pitch side. An Iona graduate. They're a team that there's a little injury there we see on the ground there.
Is that Borrego that's down, Dallen?
Yeah, looks like the outside centre getting some attention.
Getting a hand up.
Just give me a moment though to send a message out to Pat Quinn, who is a 06 player awarded for courage, battling ALS since 2012 and credited with co-founding the Ice Bucket Challenger. Stand-up player at Iona Rugby. He passed away recently. Our thoughts with the family, and an amazing journey. We followed Pat Quinn over the years at Iona Rugby. Inspiration for the next generational players coming through.
Yeah, we had that Quinn for the Win campaign, and an inspirational guy, good sense of humor, never quit. Miss you, Pat.
Iona College now. The Gales with possession here. Down by 5. Again, they're a side that can break out from anywhere. They had so much possession in the first half. Buckley goes high. Again, well handled at the back there from Nicholas Hudson. He's been solid. Captain his high school varsity rugby team in his senior year. Possession on that far side for the Mad Dogs, looking to cut free.
Too late now.
Big strong tackle coming in as support arrives. And the arm goes up as well.
No, we're stopping.
Blow of the whistle. Somebody may leave here.
Number 7 not rolling. Okay.
Number 7 not rolling, Dallen. You can
No,
hear it
number
at home.
7 is in the way. That's the third time where guys who have made a tackle haven't rolled away enough. They can't come into ruck. The release is fine. The release is fine.
His head coach
If
Paul
number
Burke
7
with his arms
can't stay out of
folded.
the back, so they can come in and ruck. He's getting in the way of them coming into ruck. That's the infraction. The release was fine. We need to get guys rolling away. That's 3 already. 1 more, and I might have to escalate. Get them to roll out faster and get out.
That was pretty clear. Good instruction from the referee.
Okay. You tell me when you're ready.
Like Cam DiGiorgio, Paul Burke was an excellent number 8.
Good.
Northeastern choose to tap this one. They're not going to kick for the touchline. Here they go with Rhett Dawson. Then into the fray.
Come on now, good.
Again, big contact. Spreading a bit of the width, not a best looking pass. It's still picked up. It's okay from the Mad Dogs down this far side. In support there is Zach Anderson as well. Looking to change the point of contact with their big number 8, Alex Posiak.
Tackle.
Finally handled now to the deck. Urea Shifts it wide, and they got forwards mixed with the backs. Looking to cut free here is Pearl again. Gets the ball away superbly on the outside. The Mad Dogs again with Sam Moyle. And Devin Brancato was in there also. Jackson knocks it back. It's okay. The Mad Dogs with plenty of possession here. Colin Johns, known as Big Boy. Hudson fires with it to Connolly. The Goldfish, Connolly, still going to the 22. The best passenger play yet for Northeastern University. Still the runners keep coming. Looking to skip through is Dawson. Urea gets the width again. Floats one over the top. Big ball from Pearl. Stepping back on the inside. Big Sam. They're really making Iona work on D. Jackson gets rid of one.
And we're starting to see Northeastern impart their will here, Dallen.
Urea, that's right, goes to Gildier. Look at him running. Brilliant bit of work. Not just in the hairdresser, but on the field. Held up, though. The Gales come in with a strong tackle, getting underneath the ball and lifting the opposing player.
And there's the whistle, and it's going to be a stoppage. Here we go. Let's hear what he has to say.
Time off. You get 11 red. Okay. I got a call in that he was hurt, so I want to make sure he's okay.
Apparently a high tackle on number 11.
Okay. Yep.
So the last play was unplayable. Maul, basically, player held up here, not able to get the ball back.
Yeah. What's that? Oh, there hasn't been one all day. I'm
turned over by Iona.
I'm with you. I'm with you. Yeah, we have a call in it with a head injury, so thank you, Alana.
You know, we'll find out what the injury is to number 13, Alvaro Ferrego. If we can, maybe Colby can chase that down for us.
Yeah, we kind of thought. We can have
It was just a bruising run
just a minute.
by the number 4, brushing off would-be tacklers, but Iona able to do the old choke tackle, choke tackle down. Keep him up, couldn't get his knee to the ground, so they turned the ball over. Great play defensively.
Big Eli. Zach Anderson getting a word in there. But winger Sam Moyle getting attention as well. Played rugby since the age of 5 in England for the London Wasps.
I felt okay with that one.
Australian-born player brings experience. They'll need him. Will Northeastern University.
I'm not seeing enough there, so I just want to make sure that's the case.
You took your direction really well.
Referees having a conversation.
Was that not the shooter? It was somebody else? Oh.
Good shot. You can see the steam coming off the players. It's really a spectacular night. I mean, the weather, we couldn't have had better weather here outside Boston.
Oh, so there wasn't a shooter?
We've both been at this facility.
That's right, a stunning fall evening here in New England for this Liberty
I got you. All right, so I need to tell them again just to... All right, no more
Road
warning.
to Houston comes up pretty soon later this month. Northeastern, the defending Liberty Cup champions.
Are you okay?
Winner will take home
Coach.
advantage.
Coach, are you comfortable with him staying on? Okay, all right. Thank you.
There's a lot going on.
What's that?
There certainly is.
34.
And what's not going on is
rugby. Time was off. We have 34 minutes left. Hurry. Time back on. All right.
So 6 minutes gone in the second half.
Yeah,
it's 5-0. Northeastern, the Mad Dogs in red lead.
Crouch.
Have a chance here to clear their lines.
Fine.
Iona College.
Set. Stabilize.
Graduate programs and 45 graduate programs in the School of Arts and Science.
Both sides over here.
School of Business as well. This one collapsed.
What went on there will remain a mystery to us. But we do know that one of these teams is going to benefit from that break and one isn't.
All right, let's have him out.
And now we have subs. Okay.
What's that?
So a couple of bang bodies out there
11's coming
in
on.
this championship final, and
What?
we saw the knock to Sam Moyle,
I want to make sure that we're driving straight and not in.
the 21-year-old.
Okay. Time back on.
I'm back on. Game on, Dallen. Connor Buckley's Brendan Buckley is ready. He's got the ball for Iona.
It's $5 every time you say Connor Buckley.
Well, he's here. He's acting as an assistant coach, which is great because he's only in his second year with Rugby United New York, but he's such a legend and the players still listen to him that he is helping coach. So that's a good thing too.
And he's on your brain.
Yes, he's on.
Hey, here it comes. Brendan Buckley now. Feeding. To Giorgio at the base, picks up. Cam does well. Buckley looking for more forward runners. Whoa, goodness. What was that? Jack Brandeis jumped in the air.
We have time off.
That's not allowed.
Okay. All right, I want both sides back 10. I'm going to talk with my team. I just want both sides back 10. I just want space for my team. Space.
Is he going to suggest that the tackler didn't wrap?
Jumped. Okay, so we're going to
or he just jumped?
5 Iona for jumping into the tackle. Correct. Okay.
They've got this 100% right.
Right here.
Jumping in the tackle is not allowed.
And I want to explain this.
It's dangerous.
All right. From my AR, all right, that looked dangerous. The problem was that 5 jumped, and that's what caused that. So he can't hurdle into a tackle. The penalty is going against number 5 White for jumping into the tackle. Okay.
Put this on the socials.
Penalty here. 5 White jumping
Great
into the tackle.
Clip. Luckily, everybody's okay. He's crazy. Jack Brandeis just jumping, putting his body in the line, laying it back. He's okay. It's play on. It's a penalty, though, to the Mad Dogs.
First, 2 things pop into my mind. A, why penalize him for that? And B, what great camera work from Next Level Rugby.
Well, penalize him because maybe a straight boot. You can't have that sort of play continue just in case it hurts the tacklers who are going low, leading with their shoulders and heads getting in the way. Northeastern to the right-hand side. They go Urea, shifts it across. Again, just looking to stretch that attack as they get a bit of space out wide. Good bit of skill in the fend as well. The Mad Dogs turn it back in. Hudson is there. Looking to capitalize on that one, and Tom Shakroon is there and try awarded. It is the Mad Dogs that score their second.
Wow. What momentum shifts in this match. Iona has the ball. They're getting ready to explode. Penalty. Opposite side of the field. Here comes Northeastern. Gets it in for the try.
And that was fullback Nicholas Hudson. Had the presence of mind to punch it in. He gets it here. He gets rid of one and then stretches and just gets the ball on the line. Try awarded. And great build up there from Tom Shukran, the 19-year-old that just come off to replace the injured player. 10-0 the score. 2 tries from the Mad Dogs.
You just heard the referee say the clock's running, so let's get this conversion taken care of. You can hear it, Dallen. He was down on 40 seconds at that point. There's number 11 on the sideline. That's Sam Moyle. Some ice on his head. Let's hope he's okay.
His replacement was fantastic. Shukroon setting up that try on that far right-hand side as Matt Urea doesn't strike the uprights. 10-0 the score, though. And the Gales will certainly be stunned for their efforts. They lead the game in territory and possession, but not on the scoreboard.
And you have to be frustrated if you're Iona because you had so many opportunities, specifically early on, to get into the try zone, and you came away with nothing. There is plenty of rugby left, as you told me earlier in the Syracuse Fordham match. And that was a dandy. Syracuse eventually losing to Fordham, who played a very, very good game in the beginning and in the end.
Yeah, this restart here. Not able to contain this one is Colin Johns.
I like that the turnaround, try to catch it backwards over your head. I don't know if that's the best way to catch a restart.
No, exposing it back to the opposition could be dangerous. It does present an opportunity here for the Gales. They need someone here just to break free, though. To Giorgio, and then it comes straight away to Buckley. Little loop around, her poise there. Oh, he gets the bump. Can he create some magic on that far side? Off it goes to fullback. Levoti is well tackled. A poi there in open play. Reska towards that touchline.
18.
Offsides. So now Iona, Dallen, with an opportunity.
They go quickly yet again with their big number 8 Cam to Giorgio. He's been everywhere as the number 8. And so has this man, Delara. Working well in tandem, the loose trio. Still to the narrow side. The Gales work. Looking to bust their way free. That's better stuff from them. Getting over the advantage line. Brandeis goes low this time. No hurdles. McDonough is there with him, diving over!
No, you're on the ground. We got time off. You're the captain. Offside here. High tackle here. Offside here. That's 3. Quick succession under pressure. Talk to your team. Can't have any more.
Official warning for the Mad Dogs. No try on that occasion.
So he just rattled off, what, 3 infractions?
Not a penalty try, especially because
And
on the ground. So that
well, shouldn't that get the yellow out of the pocket? No?
Well, both sides have received warnings. So
for the folks at home that might know this, that he's basically saying the next one is a card.
That's right. Danger times for the Mad Dogs, but positive for Iona. Can they punch one in here and get back into this game? O'Sheen McDonough fighting to get forward. He does brilliantly. There's McDonough. Now he hits the deck. Just needs to place it back towards his side. To Giorgio. Just short. Then reaching for the line. It's a try.
Looks like Delara, Dallen.
Nick Delara gets over. And finally, the Gales find themselves on the scoreboard.
Some hard work from the Gales to get back into this match. Not that they were out of it, but now it's a 5-point match pending the conversion, which could make it a 3-point match. There's Delara. Hard work from DiGiorgio, Brandeis, and, of course, the big fella McDonough. There it is again. And he just gets it in. A lot of traffic there, Dallen.
Well-deserved try by Nick Delara. And the kick goes over as well. 10 points to 7 the score right now in the Liberty Cup Championship final. And finally the Gales score here in the second half. It's taken them all of 50 minutes to get on the scoreboard.
There's Brendan Buckley jogging back into position, the Xavier High School product, like his brother Connor. In your face.
You'll get away with that one.
So we have ourselves a match here, don't we?
Certainly do. Iona College jog back to the halfway line. Their tails are up. Mad Dogs to restart here through Sam Urea. 2017 and 2019 Liberty Conference champion is Urea. Can he add 2021 to the books here? Slender lead by 3. Buckley to the forward pack. Downtown he goes with a big box kick, does Buckley. Handled yet again on that far side. Does really well, does the replacement. Shukroon.
And it's going to be a penalty to Northeastern. Here goes the quick tap.
Mad Dogs yet again, keeping ball in play. Jackson takes it on himself with a big step. Jackson is really good, and the bump as well. So fun to watch is the big number 6. Urea attacks the line, gets through a couple as well. The Mad Dogs on the front foot. They go across. Parsiak. Dookie. Oh, big dummy in midfield, thrown here from Pearl. Dor Pearl, who scored the first try in the game, has the ball pinched.
And it's going to be a knock on. Unfortunately, Pearl, with all that wisdom, knocks it on and turns it over to Iona. Here's the replay. There's Pearl with the hop step. And you'll recall he is the try scorer off of the bank shot off the post earlier, but this time he turns it over, and it's going to be Iona ball.
The Mad Dogs looking very dangerous on that last occasion. Able to bust free tackles. Their ability to get over the advantage line and break free is the reason they're up 10-7, and of course their strong defense as well. Gales inside their half. They loop around. DiGiorgio finds Buckley. Buckley floats a nice ball over the top.
Bounces off of Pope's chest, unfortunately. And it's going to be a turnover. A great look from Buckley and a nice pass from DiGiorgio. Here it is, Dallen. Here's your man, Buckley.
Yeah, certainly the right idea. Unlike wearing a turtleneck, throwing that pass was a good option. Well, believe it or not, Dan Pope, he used to eat a lot of crayons, he said. Still has a high IQ. I'm not sure what to do with that stat.
That's, you know what, we're going to sort that one out. And we're going to run it up the flagpole, let it marinate, see who salutes it, and noodle it.
I love reading the bios of the players. They really come up with some creative options for us to blurt out here in the commentary. Mad Dogs up by 10-7. Urea, flat ball, good strong line as they surge forward here from Brancato. Then a little stab over the top from Pearl. How does it sit up? Oh, Shakroon just flicks it back on the inside. The no-looker. A very Sevens-like pass. See that a lot from the king of Sevens, Wasali Sarevi.
Yes.
And you see it here as well in the Liberty Conference final. Ball with the Gales still.
Some athleticism on display.
Box kick yet again from Buckley, the exit strategy. Again, Shakroon well handled, fires it back, and he's got all the skills. Hudson is there too. And here comes Pearl. Bit of space. Urea. Connolly. There's 4 white jerseys on him. Still they fight for possession to the Mad Dogs, and they have it. Flat one to Alex Posiak.
Hang on. On the mark.
It's going to be offside called against Iona.
15. Okay, good. Mark is right here. Go ahead. 15.
Well, the referee has certainly slowed down play, so the tap and go now has formed a wall of defenders in front of them, but Manny Aduki takes it. And Posiak again to the line. Who won the Liberty Conference in 2019. Urea, lovely little space opens up as the forward shot up on defense. And the Mad Dogs get the ball stripped inside the 22. The Gales fighting for their lives here. Big bump from O'Sheen McDonough.
Another Xavier product.
That's right, as the box kick again goes downfield. This time it bounces and goes into touch. A better clearance there from Buckley.
These teams have to be huffing and puffing right now, but some of the substitutes coming in. Here's a replay in the meantime. But the substitutes have done a good job for both sides. You see right there the work that it's taking. It's got to be taking its toll on these bodies right now.
Try saver there from AJ Livoti, the fullback, then Chopinier. 4 times Florida All-Star rugby player. Almost pinched, knocked down, so it should stay still with the Mad Dogs.
Brendan Buckley with a bit of an incredulous look at the referee, saying, how can you come up with that result? But his argument is specious at best. And it will be Northeastern ball. You know, talking about these bios, I don't know if you know this, but DiGiorgio loves to make soup. He loves to make organic soup, any kind of soup.
Oh no, these cold winter evenings. Maybe he's cooking for the team meals. I think that's a popular decision from the big number 8. Scrum out the tunnel. Should be reset. Jackson picks it up. Referee says play on. We're going to keep going with that. So Iona pick this one up. Buckley goes short to McDonough. Hapoi steps off the right. Loves bumping the players, does Vili Hapoi. Jesuit High School product.
Off the feet. And we've got a little bit of an argument. And he's going to march him back 10 down. We haven't seen that.
Not in a while.
Maybe you can explain it to folks at home what happened there.
Your 10's down. Do you want to wait a sec?
Yeah, so firstly, there was a bit of chat as well. throwing the ball away to ill discipline. The referee can decide to march a team that has possession up an extra 10 meters.
Yeah. So, Alana, move him back 2 meters. Because I'm 2 meters in front of the 10.
You can't give lip to the referee.
Well, thank God for a line, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
that is one of the
I
great
appreciate
differences
that.
between rugby and other sports. The respect shown for the players and the officials, and if that isn't shown, you'll be punished as well.
Captain's allowed to address the referee, other players are not, and you have to address the referee with ma'am or sir,
20 minutes
respectively.
20 minutes left.
And what you just saw was a player not happy with the referee's decision on a call and letting him know it, and the referee walked off 10. Meanwhile, there's the great Dave Flemister. What a flanker he was right there, New York 7 shirt. One of the better number 7s from the East Coast.
Okay. Coming back on.
And Paul Burke was the number 8.
Two big frames, potent players on the field.
Did that hit your Tesla?
No, the alarm doesn't go off this time.
Okay, all right. No. Stay away from Dallen's Tesla, please.
Just warming up the soup there that DiGiorgio brought me.
Teslas do that as well?
Yeah, that's right. 10-7 the score. Northeastern still lead here against Iona College in a very tense Liberty Conference final. Gales go to midfield. Antonelli does really well. Hapoi in midfield. Looking to cut free. Lanning on the field. Gerald Lanning intercepted. Connolly has this. Connolly gets the pass away. Knocked on.
That's going to, should be up. The referee got that one right. That's going to be a scrum down. And that is Gerald Lanning, none other than the cousin of our own Zach Lanning, who predicted the score would be 48-44 at halftime in the pre-pro meeting. Zach Lanning did.
This game?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. And meanwhile, his cousin is number 20, so let's keep an eye on him.
He also said his cousin's going to score 8 tries. Is that right? Thank you, Tom. He's done well since coming on. Nice injection of pace there from Lanning. But Iona College been driven all the way back. Men from New Rochelle and New York. Flat ball. Here they come.
We haven't heard a lot from Connor Byrne today, the number 12 for Iona, on that last carry.
Not too much as Hapoi goes very flat. Levoti spits out a 1. Strong carry from the Gales and then picked up and driven to the ground. Illegal.
Well, he can't. That's why you got a penalty. Head in the game here.
Buckley's kick is a good one.
You know, you just want those kicks to get the job done. They don't, you know, some guys might try to go a little further down the field. Some players might want to go and try to get it closer and then blow it, right? That's the safe kick. That's the smart kick at this. It's a 3-point match.
Very, very tight indeed. Gales need to win this line out. You can see they've got numbers of forwards in the backs as well, to looking to combine here for the second wave of attack. What have they got up their sleeve from Coach Paul Burke? So plan move, here they come, around the fringes. Hushka has support there from Lanning. Here comes the wave now. Brandeis to Giorgio, slicks a little soup pass away, be knocked in the tackle from Connolly.
Was he offside, Dallen?
No. He's just big and fast.
Yeah. Covers a lot of ground.
But we're going to have a check here to see if it was an illegal tackle as well.
Maybe a little high tackle.
Looked like it was a wrap and a tackle. Do you see anything different? Correct. Okay, it's just a wrap and a tackle? Correct. Okay, thank you. So there was a wrap. The ball hit his arm and went forward. That's what
Here it is again. You see Connolly fly up. That's just a big tackle from a large man.
Connor Byrne goes to the ground.
There's Paul Burke, the head coach of Iona. Very swashbuckler look, right? A little Johnny Depp on a pirate ship someplace? There you go.
I can see that. Arrgh, aye, matey, I'm fine.
And we'll see it again. Welcome to rugby. Right?
Connolly flying in. Gives possession, though, to the Gales yet again. Buckley. To Jono. Picks up to Buckley. Nice little plan move. Oh, just pulled into touch is Dan Pope.
Whoa, what a defensive play from Northeastern. Pope seemed a little hesitant. You gotta smell that and go for it, right?
Good, the crowd there really coming alive in this far corner.
This is a tremendous play. Watch this tackle from Northeastern, using the sideline, the touch line to perfection with a little help from the number 8. Great team tackle to save a try. The go-ahead try.
Yeah, Manny Aduki brilliantly there, did the little halfback. Early lift is the call, so a free kick, so they can kick it directly into touch, but it will change possession if they want.
You just answered you clairvoyant, you. Dallen Stradamus here, predicting what was going to happen there. He explained it, and then the players asked the question, the referee explained it back again. If they had taken the free kick, they'd have to keep it in play, otherwise they'd turn over possession. We'll quiz you later.
I still would have gone for the touch anyway, because this would still change position anyway, and it's a lot harder. You have to win the scrum, then you have to take the ball back inside your goal line and kick it from there. Just a learning moment here for Northeastern University for sure. Game is hanging in the balance. They pick at the back. Big, strong carry again from Alex Parsiak. Now they hammer it, see, not very far at all. And they have possession turned over to Iona.
Was it tipped at all? Because if it was tipped, then it would be the Northeastern line out, right?
Take a second,
Or was that just a knuckleball?
Nothing stopping. You have time.
No, I think it's just a low driving kick here. We look at the direction of the AR flags towards the Gales. They would have got lucky, though, if that was the case.
And hung up there like a wounded goose.
5 minutes or what?
That looked like one of my kicks.
It really did. I've seen your kicks.
Yeah. That was one of my better kicks.
So still 10-7 here in the second half. 2 tries from the Northeastern University team. They lead Iona College.
You got your Mad Dogs and Gales. The referee is deliberate. They're looking for a medic.
So Buckley goes down there. They may want to cut off the turtleneck.
Or maybe check a contact lens. I'm not sure, but it's got to be one of them. It's either turtleneck.
That's right. He's a pivotal player on their side. They can't play without him.
If he was a bald guy, he can't get away with the turtleneck. You look like Uncle Fester. But there's Buckley. He's driving back. He's running over to the sideline and asking for his bag. As Buckley trots over to the sideline, we'll figure out what he's looking for. It might be contact lens solution. We get that these days, right?
Yeah, but just to let you know what's going on, the road to Houston, the winner of this clash will have home field advantage in the Collegiate Rugby Championship. Both sides will still enter the competition playoff stanza. And let's go pitch side to get another word here from Colby Marshall.
Yeah, looks. Yeah, fellas, it looks like Brendan took a little knock to the head, so he's getting stitched up on the side here. But I'm in front of these raucous Northeastern fans, and you know they're a little silent right now. We'll see if Iona can punch some points in to go in the lead.
So just getting some attention is Buckley there, and
that's head coach Paul Burke doing the tape job. Wear a lot of hats in rugby in America.
Certainly do. Drive the team over, team manager, physio, coach.
He's going to have to clean the blood off that jersey too. It's going to be the Dickens to get out. And the grass stains.
But it's so great to see the passion of all those coaches and alumni and everybody who just helping out in this beautiful game of rugby, growing the sport all across the United States.
Dallen, just from practical matters, did the referee have to wait all that time, or could he have said play on shorthanded?
He could have said get a substitute on just in the meantime, kind of like a blood sub. That probably would have been my advice, but he's opted to wait for Buckley after you've sung his praises all game. He knows he's just a star player. Penalty, he goes himself, Buckley. Look at the swashbuckle his way towards the line. It's still available. There's a pick and drive now. Iona College, Brandeis gets it back on the inside. It's there for Davis. The Gales, can they get the go-ahead score? They keep it tight. Oh, looking for the line, stretching, they're there! The Gales take the lead with a second score. It's tremendous in the second half.
And as Colby Marshall would say, DiGiorgio delivers, but backwards. Great try from Iona to take the lead. Unless, yes, we do. It is indeed a try. And that right now puts them on top 12-10 pending the conversion. Is that accurate, Dallen?
That is correct. I love the way you're able to add 5s and 2s.
I have 10 fingers.
This one here, the forwards just go to work hard, low driving, and just keeping the legs going is Cam DiGiorgio, the big number 8 from Red Bank in New Jersey. Christian Brothers Academy, a brilliant rugby program that is as well.
Got to salute Pat Maroney and Brian Sheehy Sr. for their work down at Christian Brothers Academy.
That's right, one of the best in the country. Buckley, blood all over. It doesn't matter though. Oh, it does!
Oh.
Hits the upright again. We've seen that second time, this time off a conversion. It is 12-10 though.
Wow.
We have a new leader in this game.
Unbelievable. The posts are not friendly to Iona tonight. It resulted once in a try for Northeastern, and now reject them on what should have been a gimme 2-point conversion. And now it's, as our friend Steve Lewis would say, squeaky bum time with a 2-point lead.
The Mad Dogs go high, looking for the aerial restart to come their way. It doesn't. It falls the way of the Gales, who've just scored as well. They go down low in again is Antonelli, driven backwards by 2 tacklers. Loose pass to that far left-hand side. It's there for James Reska. Iona come yet again from the try scorer, Delara. Buckley.
Looks like a Pollock painting with the front of his jersey.
Put his body on the line, and that kick sets up beautifully. And here they come. Iona going for the corner. Connor Byrne flicks it back in beautifully. It's a money ball. Oh, there it is. Dan Pope is on the spot to round out the try. A tremendous effort from Iona College. And the Gales come alive here in the second half.
Wow, Iona's prayers answered as Pope touches it down in the try zone. You can't ask for more. It was like a Hollywood script, Dallen Stanford. What a try from Iona. That makes it 15-7.
No, it doesn't.
No, it doesn't.
Makes
it makes it 17-10.
But
we're going to check the score. It doesn't matter. Go ahead, Dallen.
But the follow-up was brilliant. That's the thing. You had 3 or 4 white jerseys in support, ranging up. And this is a beautiful pass here back on the inside. Connor Byrne flicks it into the fullback. And able to keep it alive is Lavoti. That pops it up to Dan Pope is there, rounding out a fantastic score.
Dare I say that was All Blacks versus Team USA in the first 26 seconds?
You dare not.
I won't. I'm not going to say it. But what a try from Iona, a team try. It seemed like everybody in the house touched the ball if they were wearing a white jersey. And Buckley nails the conversion. So, Dallen, I'm not confident enough in the score. What's the score?
19 points to 10. Buckley with a brilliant kick and such an attacking play. It came off the kick from Buckley. Pope finished it off. 3 tries, 2 in the second half. Here from Iona, the Gales.
That's the only time you'll see a Pope wearing tights.
That's right, 3 in the second half, and here it comes. A little breakout there from Delara as well. The game's starting to open up here. Buckley again goes with a kick. The chasers are there. Northeastern mishandled last time. This time they let it bounce. Been knocked on. Tom Shakroon is there. What an exciting few moments of the game we've just had.
And it seems like Buckley has really turned it up a notch. You know, late in the stages, the stakes are higher, and Brendan Buckley is having himself a moment here.
He really is. So we're going back for offside play.
Call in.
Was that from the assistant referee, I wonder? Nonetheless, there's Jim Daly, one of the assistant coaches for Iona, New York Rugby Club legend as well. And I love the fact that they've got their own bus. How cool is that?
Oh, hashtag Gale Nation. I'm all over it. That is brilliant.
We had 2 Volkswagen vans and a bicycle at the University of Buffalo. Here's the line out.
Well, the Northeastern side, they're not a varsity program. They're a student-run program, so I bet they don't have a big bus like that. It's really, really good to see, though, some of the teams able to elevate their status to varsity. The Mad Dogs, though, can they come back into this game? Just 9 points the difference. 2 tries needed. Fighting to keep it alive. And that's Devin Brancato, the mechanical engineer, the 21-year-old, and the Gales try to pinch this one.
He's impressive. He has been very impressive all while he's been in on as a substitute.
He really has. Now looking to step is Rhett Dawson. Urea looking for an opportunity back on the other side to the fullback Hudson. Hudson looking to cut loose. The Dookie finds his fly off, who stabs the kick through. Urea. Oh, great bit of work there. Thrown on that far side from Lanning. Receives the kick well. It's been pinched though, so changing possession. A lot of sides this time, Northeastern.
Gerald Lanning making his cousin Zach Lanning very proud with that. Fielding the kick calmly and a nice counterattack. Straight up the gut. You love to see that. Here it is again, a little squib into Gale territory. And there's Lanning. No, nothing fancy. Unfortunately, a sniper had gotten his wing, who fell down. I think that's one of those field turf slips.
Yeah,
Can't do anything about it.
Lanning, a third grade spelling bee finalist. Didn't win it, but made the finals.
The word that got him was nutmeg. Nutmeg.
Very sharp, Matt McCarthy. Scrum sets down into the last 10 minutes of this contest.
You'd think it was a simple word, that's all I'm saying.
All right. I'm coming over here. You've done this before, right? Okay.
Another great shot from our next level production team.
We're going to get this right. Yep.
You can see Brendan Buckley.
Crouch. Go, boys. Fine.
Kevin Yu wearing 21 from Taiwan. He's on the pitch for the Mad Dogs, feeding. They're a side that has players from England, Scotland, France, Australia, South Africa, Argentina, everywhere. United Nations in the house, they say, but tight head at scrum time, so the Gales get an opportunity again to roam free through their fullback, AJ Livoti, and they switch direction through Buckley. Great little ball to DiGiorno, running like a hot soup over the halfway line. Still there for the Gales. Oh, great offload. The big heavies getting involved. There was McDonough to Davis. Just the pods realigning, bumping through players. Antonelli.
Really liking Buckley's play right now, Dylan.
Hapoi. But changes direction. Yeah, Buckley has been outstanding indeed. You still owe me $5 every time you mention his name, though, so this bill is racking up for you, Matt McCarthy.
Just using the last name.
The Mad Dogs still with you. They'll be able to march their way up the field, down by 9 points. You taps. Looking for a bit of space to attack. Finds his big number 7. Segerian. That ball was not out, was it? Nope.
Connor Byrne thought he had himself a try. But you know what? You got to like that aggressive play until you're sure that the play is stopped. Keep playing. Oh, there's a big tackle.
Matt Ure goes to the ground heavily, the fly off. Big Eli attacks yet again, does the lock forward. Northeastern to the right-hand side. Urea moves it away. Dummy thrown yet again from Dor Pearl. He's been outstanding. Hasn't seen all the possession he would have normally liked, though. Somebody's got to leave the field now, unless there's an injury.
So that last one was fine. So we have 3 straight offside calls right here. I've already talked to you guys about this. All right? Number 1 twice, and then number 5. Any more, you know what I have to do, okay? Talk to them right now. It has to clean up. They got to get way back. You have time, go tell them.
Is that the second warning the sides received? They received a warning the first off. In my opinion, 2 sharp blows of the whistle send somebody off the field.
I think it's what side of the field you're on when you get a warning. It doesn't count as a total. This one was on AstroTurf.
Lucky, I think, for Iona College, because they got down to 14 here. We saw what happened in the prior game. Looking for a shot at goal here to take them within 6, which means they need to leave it late for a converted try.
What's your guesstimate on the time? Well, I know it's not the official time, but I'm ballparking it here at
4.5.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
Good guess.
Jim, hang on. Hey, you guys good?
Once time's back on, we know Northeastern need to go quickly, so they do. They just tap. You go to the right-hand side. How will this game unfold?
Oh,
that knock-on is not what the Mad Dogs wanted.
That's Hudson with that unfortunate knock-on. In a big moment, here's a replay. There's a quick tap.
All right, guys, we are under
After
5.
another,
we have 1 minute left on the bin.
Longer than you'd like pause in the action. Just enough perhaps for Hudson's hands to get a little cold. But you got to make that play.
Well, they led 10-0, did Northeastern, and then 19 unanswered points here from the Iona College side. Oh, lovely little breakout they go in midfield. Lanning again. Just a real threat off the bench. Gales. Giorgio looking for the one-handed flick. It's gone backwards. Still there. Buckley picks up. Wearing a white and a red jersey. This one touched by Pope.
It's like they're doing their very best to keep Northeastern in this one. You know, you just want to control the ball. Do your, let your pack do their thing. Just pound away, and instead you're getting a little bit frisky with the ball, I'd say.
The line out, and Dorgie's back in. To the front, it's been knocked towards their side nicely. With Sam Segarian. Dawson. Hit hard, Urea. They've got to keep ball in hand here. Down by 9, and they're well back in their own end zone. Oh, good little run, though, into the contact.
It's Brancato, again, your man.
Strong ball carrier. Eli goes for a run yet again.
He's also had a good match.
Northeastern needed to string the phases, but they've lost all that territory, so they've got to go back and collect this. To Sam Segarian, and then it's the Gales that get over this one, and it's a big number 8. Cam DeGiorgio, he's been absolutely everywhere today. The under-20 All-American.
Here's Buckley looking like the spirit of 76, kicking it into touch right now. Get a little whistle next to him. A little drum set, get you out there with him, carrying the flag. But he has had quite the match. And it's no doubt that they were going to go for the corner there, right?
That's right, a stand-up performance in the second half. They've really turned things around. 10 out.
Not straight, Dallen. That's got to be, you got to be, if you're as a coach, this has got to drive you batty, right? All you need to do is get the line out.
That's the great thing about live sports, though.
Scotland versus Australia in the World Cup in 2015? They had 2 chances to ice the match on their own line out and couldn't do it. So it's not that easy.
No, it's not easy at all. That's the thing about pressure late in the game as well. A lot riding on it. They have the 9-point buffer, though. Time, I think, is running out here for Northeastern University. Plus, they're right near their goal line. Edward Tuberty, though, hats off his side, has really tackled their hearts out tonight. It's out the tunnel, so they need a reset. I'm very impressed with this club program. Putting their culture first, no egos, they say, and the heavy alumni involvement, fundraising for the future of their program. 2 excellent programs on display here this evening, here at Union Point Sports Complex. It's been a real thrill to be here. Next to my right-hand comedian, Matt McCarthy.
And I got to tell you, it's been a privilege and an honor to work with you, the legend, for Next Level Rugby. And how great is it to have college rugby back in full swing, right?
So brilliant indeed. All 6 fields being used here all day with rugby on display. Crowds coming in a beautiful fall evening.
And let's not forget our colleagues, Zach Lanning and Colby Marshall, who have helped us along the way. And I just want to take a quick moment to wish Billy O'Connell, New York Rugby Club, and Iona College legend well with him and his family. He has been coaching the last couple of years, but had to step away this season for some personal reasons.
Right. Short ball here for the Mad Dogs. Can they bust free here? Full length of the field stuff. DeGiorgio gets in, gets his hands involved, and forces the turnover, but it was in the tackle. Illegal. Kevin Yu again goes quickly. Long way to go here for the Mad Dogs, but they can certainly do it. This is a yellow.
He's going to his pocket.
Okay, number one.
He's going to show him the cheese, show him the fromage.
Not back 10.
Here it is.
Not back 10.
O'Sheen, McDonough. Not sure what happened there, but it was offsides play.
It looks like a slice of cheese. That's why we call it the cheese, or the French, the fromage, ladies and gentlemen. That's a penalty. That's 10 minutes, which will, in essence, render him out for the remainder of the match.
Certainly will. Just a few minutes left on the clock. This will take up time, though, unfortunately for the Mad Dogs. Their chances tick away here. We'll see a new Liberty Conference champion taking away the title from the Northeastern side.
Well, it's not over yet, Dallen.
We'll have to see.
They could score, get the restart, and score again.
If there's enough time, we'll see here how they go. They turn it back in. A couple of fancy little switches. Brings in Connolly. We'd love to see Connolly out of full head of steam. Ball, though, bobbles free, and has it been ripped? No, he's managed to get it back to his team. What a player he is for the Mad Dogs, and that's the knock on there. Just that error creeping in.
And
Kicked
Hapoi.
out there, and Vili Hapoi puts it out. Our champions for the 2021 Liberty Cup Conference. Iona College, the Gales, have come from behind, a deficit of 10 points to win 19 points to 10. A dramatic finish in this collegiate final.
Just a great, great match. Northeastern bolted out to that 10-0 lead. They had played heroic defense to be in that position. Iona could have easily scored 3 tries in the first 20 minutes of the match. They didn't. We went into halftime with the only score by Northeastern off a crazy play, the clank off the post to a try by Pearl. But then Iona found their legs, they found their rhythm, and it was behind Brendan Buckley, who had a tremendous second half when it counted most.
He certainly did, and special congrats to the coaches, Paul Burke, Connor Buckley, Jim Daly, and Dave Flemister as well. Did brilliantly there, and also a shout out to Northeastern University. They play their hearts out, the Mad Dogs. Edward Tubrady done superbly with his side. Some of the best tackling we've seen on display here at any level. 19-10.
And we know that Bruce McLean is beaming someplace.
Certainly will be. 3 tries to 2 in the end. We saw some outrageous skills, and Dorpearl will always remember his try off the uprights as well. That will be a social media gold once we get that online.
You know, and just again, you know, the presence of mind to chase the kick. You know, you guys going for a kick, but you chase it and you never know what's going to happen, kids. That's exactly what could happen. Congrats all around. And how about our next level production crew?
Oh, fantastic. Just such a pleasure always to team up with Ryan Ginty and the crew here. So many good scores here on display, but it was 3 in a row here from the Gales that are able to bust their way through. Nick DeLaura getting in on the end of that one. And so let's get some reaction on this clash. Let's hear from Colby Marshall, who's pitch side.
Yeah, fellas, I'm here with head coach Paul Burke and Cam DeGiorgio of Iona, the winners of today's game. Coach Paul, you know, you guys were down 5-0 at halftime. What was the message to the team?
Well, I think at halftime we said don't change anything. Pretty much we were playing our game and the points weren't coming. We controlled possession and we controlled the tempo the whole half. We just weren't getting any result for it. They were a tough, hard defending team and we're hitting us hard. But we said don't change anything because it will come. It will eventually come and it'll crack. And the boys kept after it and it was great. It was great rugby. Great game.
Cam, for you, you know, you didn't get the opportunity to play in Iona's bowl game in 2019. You suffered that injury. It has to feel good for you to be out here and enjoy this moment.
Well, it's good to bring back a chip for the boys. This is my first chip, I think, for any rugby event, so that feels great. We worked hard this entire week. I'm so proud of the boys for coming back in the second half. Never doubted us for a moment. So that's it for me. Awesome.
Guys.
All right, thanks, Colby. Dallen, I think that's about it for us.
Yes, the final score there, 19-10 in the end. Iona College defeat Northeastern University. For Zach Lanning, Colby Marshall, Ryan Ginty, and Matt McCarthy, I'm Dallen Stanford saying thanks for watching on Next Level Rugby. And we have bringing the final score. Congrats again to Iona College, 19-10, victorious here in the Liberty Conference Cup Championship Final.